Chapter 438. Zhao Yin'er nodded. So be it. It doesn't matter if there's one more person. As long as it's not her eldest uncle and second uncle. Those two people are too disgusting. Seeing Zhao Yin'er nod, Zhao Wenhua heaved a sigh of relief. He was most afraid that Zhao Yin'er wouldn't agree. Then I'll go call them, Zhao Wenhua said. With that, Zhao Wenhua walked out of the room and called Zhao Baoshan in. Zhao Baoshan was a little embarrassed at first, so he refused. Third brother, this isn't appropriate, right? I didn't help at all. You guys can just drink. It's okay, father. Let's go and have a drink. Zhao Wenhua tugged at Zhao Baoshan. Hua Chunhua nagged. Just go. Why are you being so pretentious? Although we're separated, it's right for third brother to ask you to drink. Zhao Baoshan was also attracted by the fragrance of the dishes and wine. Since Zhao Wenhua and Hua Chunhua said so, he nodded. Zhao Baoshan also wanted to go in to drink. Zhao Wenshi and Zhao Wenshui, who were sitting in the courtyard, were even more anxious. Zhao Wenshui couldn't help but say, Third brother, all the men in our family are drinking. It's just me and your eldest brother. Anyway, 2 more people won't make a difference. Why don't you bring the 2 of us? Originally, Zhao Wenshi was too embarrassed to say these words. But since Zhao Wenshui said it, he responded in passing. Zhao Wenhua naturally didn't expect Zhao Wenshui to have the nerve to say it. It wouldn't be nice if he didn't respond, so he could only pretend that he didn't hear it. However, Zhao Wenshui also played dumb. Zhao Wenhua didn't respond, so he took it as agreement. He continued to follow them into the room of the third branch. When he saw the dishes on the table, he immediately rushed over. Second uncle, what are you doing? Zhao Yin'er asked coldly. Drinking. All the men in our family are drinking together. Your father also agreed. Zhao Wenshui answered. As he spoke, he picked up the wine cup on the table and took a sip. After tasting it, he exclaimed in admiration. Not bad, not bad. It tastes really good. It's indeed much better than the wine in our family. Third brother, where did you get such delicious wine? Zhao Yin'er stared at Zhao Wenshui. She couldn't stand it anymore. How can there be such a weirdo? Second brother, I didn't ask you to come here. But I just told you. I didn't agree. Third brother, isn't it unkind of you to do this? You've already called all the men in our family over to drink. How can you leave me and your elder brother behind? How can you do this? And he even said that he was a brother. So stingy. Zhao Wenshui scolded. Zhao Yinhua's ears turned a little red. After all, he was a man, and he cared more about his face. Of course, he felt uncomfortable being criticized by his own brother. If Zhao Wenshui was really thick-skinned and insisted on staying to drink, he couldn't do anything about it. Knowing that Zhao Wenhua couldn't say anything, Zhao Yin'er put her hands on her waist and said fiercely, Second uncle, you can't say that. I invited fourth uncle and second cousin over because they helped my parents today. I invited fifth uncle over because he had been running around a lot these days because of my matter. I invited grandpa over because grandpa was an elder after all. Even though we had separated from the family, he still had to show filial piety in some places. Chapter 439. Zhao Wenshui felt humiliated by her blatant attempt to drive him away. Third brother, say something. As a father, how can you let your daughter interrupt us? Second uncle, please get this straight. The wine is mine, and so are the dishes. Even if my father agrees, it doesn't matter. Hurry up and leave, or I'll hit you. Zhao Yin'er's voice became colder. She was trying to persuade him. If Zhao Wenshui was still shameless, she would really hit him. Zhao Wenshui was annoyed by Zhao Yin'er, a junior, and said angrily, I'm not leaving today. Let's see what you can do to me. With that, Zhao Wenshui sat down on the stool. He didn't believe that Zhao Yin'er, a woman, could do anything to him. Zhao Yin'er's eyes turned cold. Since you don't want face, then there's nothing I can do about it. Zhao Yin'er walked up to Zhao Wenshui, grabbed him by the collar, and threw him out of the door. Ouch! Zhao Wenshui fell heavily to the ground and tumbled. The men in the room looked at Zhao Yin'er in shock. This girl was too strong. She lifted him up as if he was a chicken. She didn't use any strength at all. Tianyu's father, how are you? Oh, this girl. How can she be so ruthless? Li Chuiying rushed to Zhao Wenshui's side and shouted. He hurriedly helped Zhao Wenshui up. Just by looking at it, he could feel the pain from the fall. Zhao Yin'er frowned and warned him in disgust. Second uncle, I hope you know what's good for you in the future. Otherwise you won't have a good time. Zhao Wenshui cowered in a second. After he fell, he became clear-headed. Zhao Yin was different from before. She couldn't be easily provoked. Thus he patted the dirt off his body and muttered, If you don't want to eat, then don't eat. You really think your food is a treasure, stingy bastard. Zhao Wenshui's words and his expression made Zhao Yin not know whether to laugh or cry. This Zhao Wenshui was really interesting. He had a childish temperament. When Zhao Wenshu saw that even Zhao Wenshui was defeated, he didn't dare to continue. It didn't matter if she missed a meal, but being beaten up like that by Zhao Yin was really embarrassing. Because of Zhao Yin'er's appearance, the commotion finally ended. The men in the room continued to sit down and eat. As for Zhao Yin'er's way of doing things, she didn't have much of an opinion. After all, they had separated from the main family, and each of them lived their own lives. The third branch could invite whoever they wanted to eat over. Come, let's continue drinking. Father, I'll fill it up for you. Yin'er's cooking is really good. Father, eat this bacon, it's really fragrant. The men ate happily. The children, Zhao Yin'er and Liang Jinxiao, all stood to eat. If they wanted to eat, they could just pick up the food before the table. It was nothing. After a while, Zhao Ping'er came back from outside. They didn't know where she had gone to play. Zhao Yin'er looked up and glanced at Zhao Ping'er's appearance. She couldn't help but spit out the mouthful of rice in her mouth. Zhao Ping'er was holding a bouquet of wildflowers in her hand. There were all kinds of wildflowers, and there was a big one by her ear. The flowers were beautiful, but her face didn't match such beautiful flowers. The problem was that Zhao Ping'er didn't think so. Instead, she thought that she was very beautiful. She was a little coquettish. Zhao Yin'er couldn't help but ridicule in her heart. How could some people not have any self-awareness at all? Chapter 440. Mother, do I look good like this? Zhao Ping'er asked Liang Jinxiao shyly. Liang Jinxiao did not know how to answer. If he told her the truth, he would definitely hurt his eldest daughter's heart. However, if he did not tell the truth, he could not go against his conscience and tell Zhao Ping'er that she looked good. Otherwise, Zhao Ping'er would continue to wear a red flower in her ear and be laughed at wherever she went. Liang Jinxiao did not answer Zhao Ping'er's question, but Zhao Yin'er covered her mouth and could not help but laugh. Hearing Zhao Yin'er's laughter, Zhao Ping'er felt that Yin'er was laughing at her. She glared at Zhao Yin'er angrily and asked, Zhao Yin'er, what are you laughing at? What do you think I'm laughing at? Zhao Yin'er asked in return. You must be laughing at me. Haha. Then tell me, what is it about you that is worth laughing at? Or do you think that you are ridiculous? Otherwise you would not ask this question, right? Zhao Ping'er did not know how to respond to Zhao Yin'er's words. She could not win against her with words. You are not allowed to laugh at me. If I find out, see how I will deal with you. Zhao Ping'er warned. I am too lazy to laugh at you. Let her continue to be so narcissistic. It would be good if more people saw her like this and laughed at her. She would find out the truth in a few days. By then, it would be too late to find a hole to hide in. Zhao Ping'er composed herself and said to Liang Jinxiao, Mother, Xiao Feng and I went to the field to pick flowers today. She said that I look good like this. If I go out with this flower in my ear and wear nice clothes, there will definitely be men who like me. When Zhao Ping'er said this, she was not embarrassed at all. Instead, she was a little excited and expectant. He had taken her words for real. The Xiao Feng that Zhao Ping'er mentioned was called Ma Xiaofeng, a villager. His mother was a widow with him and his brother. Ma Xiaofeng was only 16 this year, but her family was poor, so she wasn't very well liked in the village. Zhao Ping'er was ugly, so she was not very popular. Perhaps the two of them were in the same boat, so they walked closer to each other. When Zhao Yin'er heard Zhao Ping'er's words, she couldn't help but laugh. Her sister was really pitiful. It turned out that she wanted to dress up nicely, because she wanted men to take a fancy to her. But how could he not know what kind of person he was? And that Ma Xiaofeng, she went against her conscience, and said those things to Zhao Ping'er. She was sure that Ma Xiaofeng was not a good person. Her sixth sense told her that Ma Xiaofeng was not a good person. Liang Jinxiao glared at Zhao Ping. There were men in the house. How could she say such things? Mother, what's wrong with you? You're a girl. Don't you know how to be shy? You say anything. Mother. Xiao Feng was the one who told me, not me. I do look much better like this, right? Liang Jinxiao's mouth twitched. He avoided this answer and called Zhao Ping. It's time to eat. Come and eat. There are so many delicious dishes today. When she heard that there were delicious dishes, Zhao Ping immediately threw everything to the back of her mind. She glanced at the dishes on the table, and her eyes lit up. There were indeed many good dishes. Chapter 441. You little girl, you're already an adult. Why do you still need others to call you when you're eating? Who would know where you are if you went out to play? Liang Jinxiao retorted. She felt a little helpless, and her tone towards Zhao Ping became a little harsh. After all, Zhao Ping was already an adult, yet she was still immature. This made her feel very uncomfortable. Anyway, it's your fault that you didn't call me. Fortunately, I came back early. Otherwise, you would have probably eaten it all. Zhao Ping snorted softly. You child. Mother, hurry up and scoop rice for me. I want to eat too. Liang Jinxiao sighed and said, Okay. I'll scoop rice for you. However, Zhao Yin'er grabbed Liang Jinxiao and said to Liang Jinxiao, Mother, she wants to eat. Let her scoop rice for herself. As an elder, how can you help her scoop rice? It's not like you don't have hands. After Zhao Yin'er said that, Liang Jinxiao felt that it was inappropriate for her to scoop rice for Zhao Ping. Zhao Yin'er, what do you mean by this? Meddling in other people's business. Zhao Ping was angered by Zhao Yin'er again. She felt that Zhao Yin'er was deliberately going against her. Zhao Ping, you're already an adult, yet you still need your mother to serve you. Aren't you ashamed? If you want to eat, scoop rice for yourself. Otherwise, don't eat. Zhao Yin'er said fiercely. Why should I? Zhao Ping muttered and looked at Liang Jinxiao again. Mother, look at Zhao Yin'er. She's too much. Aren't you going to do something about it? Zhao Ping, I made all the dishes today. They're from my family. If you continue to be long-winded, you won't be able to eat a single bite. Zhao Yin'er said coldly. Zhao Ping was a little willful, but she wasn't a complete fool. After stomping her feet angrily, she obediently picked up the bowl and scooped a bowl of rice for herself. Then, she walked towards the table. Second cousin moved to the side. Let me sit there too. I want to sit and eat. Zhao Tianhu looked at such a small stool. How could the two of them sit? Sensing Zhao Tianhu's awkwardness, Liang Jinxiao said, That's enough, Ping, don't sit down. We're all eating standing. Your father and the others drinking. But what? Mother and I can stand, but you can't? Zhao Yin'er rolled her eyes at Zhao Ping. Standing? Zhao Ping squeezed her body onto the table and began to pick up food with her chopsticks. She scooped up more than half of the remaining bacon and put it into her bowl. She also scooped up a lot of scrambled eggs with chili. When Zhao Yin'er saw this, she immediately flared up. It wasn't appropriate for the people at the table to criticize Zhao Ping, but Zhao Yin'er wasn't. No matter how she looked at her sister, she didn't like her. She started scolding her coldly again. Zhao Yin'er, are you a pig? Can't you see that so many people are eating? You've taken all the good food. What else is there to eat? Zhao Ping was also angry. She slammed the bowl and chopsticks on the table. Zhao Yin'er, you're going against me. You just don't want me to eat, right? Just say it. At most, I won't eat. With that, Zhao Ping ran out angrily. Everyone in the room was stunned. This child's temper was getting worse. Actually, when Zhao Ping scooped up the food, they felt uncomfortable, but they couldn't say it out loud. They didn't expect Zhao Yin'er to say it. Zhao Ping had such a bad temper. She didn't eat and ran out. Chapter 442. Zhao Wentao was a little worried. Nothing will happen to that girl, right? What can happen? She has a temper. She'll be fine after her temper passes. That's good. Sai Ping can't be like this. She's still throwing tantrums like a child. She's so insensible. I'll ask her mother to arrange for her to get married. After she gets married, she'll be fine after she's educated by her in-laws. Zhao Wenhua didn't have the intention to let Zhao Ping get married either. Now he made up his mind. The men drank and chatted. They didn't take Zhao Ping'er's anger to heart. Zhao Yun finished eating and went back with Daodu. She went to bed early that night. She planned to go to town the next day. After washing up, Zhao Yun lay on the bed and started thinking about snacks. After going to town to take a look, she realized that there were many snacks from the 21st century here. In addition to making snacks that people here liked, she also wanted to make snacks that people here hadn't eaten before. Zhao Yun thought about it and ordered a few snacks that she hadn't seen in Yang City before. She ordered fried dough sticks, wontons, fried noodles, and shumai. As for the snacks that she had eaten before, she sold some buns, dumplings, and noodles. In her previous life, Zhao Yun liked to eat fried dough sticks and drink a cup of soy milk in the morning. The fried dough sticks were fragrant, crispy, and delicious. As for the soy milk, it was fragrant and nutritious. People in this era rarely drank soy milk in the morning, but she could give it a try. She would grind some soy milk later. If it sold well, she would grind more soy milk in the future. If no one bought it, she wouldn't sell it in the future. After arranging everything, Zhao Yun fell asleep in a short while. The next morning, Zhao Yun woke up early and went to Mulan's place. The two of them drove the little donkey to Yang City. The woman in charge of the stall also came early and waited for Zhao Yun. The two of them found a gentleman, told him the conditions, and prepared the documents. Both of them pressed their fingerprints, one for each of them, and stored it away. Before they left, the woman explained some things about the stall. In addition to the stall, there were tables, chairs, and a stove. There was also a small room near the stall. When they closed the stall, they could put the items in the room and lock it up to prevent theft. It would save Zhao Yun the trouble of bringing them home. Zhao Yun's mother. Thank you, Auntie. Haha, now I can finally go back and serve my wife. Chapter 443. In addition, she bought some oil, salt, spices, vegetables, and the like. She bought 5 caddies of pork at once, and the boss of the meat shop gave her some big bones. There was no meat on the big bones, and there was no oil, so the ancient people did not like it. But in the 21st century, the big bone soup was very nutritious, and the price was a little higher than the price of ordinary meat. If the soup was stewed with this big bone soup, it would definitely taste good. Zhao Yun asked, Boss, if I buy meat and big bones from you every day, can you lower the price? Miss, if you can buy so much every day, I can definitely lower the price for you. The boss said with a smile. How can it be cheaper? Miss, I can give you a discount of 1 copper coin for the pork and big bones. That is, the pork will be 14 copper coins per caddy, and the big bones will be 2 copper coins per caddy. Miss, what do you think? Zhao Yun thought about it and felt that it was very cost-effective. After all, many little drops make a mickle. When the time came, she could save a lot. The price of the meat on this stall was about the same. Zhao Yun came a few times and compared the prices. This stall was more generous, so the meat on this stall was sold faster than other stalls. In this way, the meat would definitely be fresher than other stalls. Okay, boss, then I will patronize your business in the future. Haha, good. Give me another 5 caddies of big bones. Okay. The boss quickly picked out 5 caddies, picked out the bones with more meat, and gave them to Zhao Yun. After paying the money readily, Zhao Yun carried these things and put them in the car. Today's big purchase cost more than 500 copper coins. Fortunately, the stall was full. Otherwise, although the other things were not very expensive, the pots and pans would cost a lot. The most important thing was that it took more time to buy those things. Sister-in-law Mulan, let's go back. Zhao Yun said. Okay. Mulan nodded. Seeing that Zhao Yun had bought so many big bones, she was somewhat puzzled. She asked, Yun, what are you buying these big bones for? Stew the soup. Tomorrow, I'll cook noodles with some bone broth. It'll definitely taste good. This thing isn't expensive and the cost is low, but it can be boiled in a big pot. Mulan nodded. I see. You can also eat it yourself. Sister-in-law Mulan, your children are still growing. Boil some big bones for them to drink and nourish their bodies. There was no nutritious food at home, If the children didn't eat well, it would be difficult for them to grow taller. You can take a few back later. Mulan thought about her 3 children. They were indeed skinny and didn't gain any weight. It's just that his family isn't well off, so there's nothing good to eat. In the past, he didn't know how to buy big bones. Although the price was cheap, the villagers felt that there was no oil or water, so there wasn't much nutrition. Now that Zhao Yun'er said it, it seemed that this thing was very nutritious. Yun'er, is this big bone really that good? Of course. The bone broth has high nutritional value. It's more nourishing than eating meat directly. Okay, then I'll take 2 back to stew. If it was something expensive, Mulan would be embarrassed to accept it. 2 copper coins per caddy was quite cheap. Okay. The carriage stopped in the courtyard of Mulan's house. Zhao Yun'er picked 3 big bones with the most meat on them and gave them to Mulan. Chapter 444. Okay. After all, the 2 of them still had to prepare for tomorrow's breakfast. Some things needed to be done today, such as wrapping the buns, wrapping the wontons, and boiling the bone soup in the evening. Otherwise, if they waited until tomorrow morning, it would be too late. Since they had time during the day, they could sleep a little more in the morning. Otherwise, they would have to wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock. When Zhao Yun'er returned home, Dao was playing in the courtyard with Zhao Tianfu. Looking at the 2 children playing happily, Zhao Yun'er's mouth also hung a smile. Little Hay had grown a little. When Dao ran, Little Hay chased after him. Woof woof woof, the little puppy suddenly turned its head and looked in Zhao Yun'er's direction. Sure enough, the dog's ears were sensitive, and it heard the sound from afar. After Dao heard Zhao Yun'er's movements, he also looked in Zhao Yun'er's direction. Mother, Zhao Yun'er put down the things and sent some rice, noodles, oil and salt to Liang Jinxiao's place. After they separated from the family, old Zhao's family didn't give much of these things to the 3rd branch. In addition, Zhao Yun'er also brought some bones over for Liang Jinxiao to stew. The 3rd branch could drink bone soup. Dao, go to grandmother's place first. When you come back from grandmother's place, mother will cook for you, okay? Yes, Dao isn't hungry yet. Dao rubbed his little belly and smiled. Dao brought back a lot of pastries from the Shitsi's residence. In the morning, Zhao Tianfu and Dao ate a lot. Children didn't have a big appetite, so they naturally weren't hungry after eating a lot of these things. That's fine. When they arrived at the 3rd branch, Liang Jinxiao was preparing to cook. Zhao Wenhua and Zhao Tianan had gone to the fields and hadn't returned. It would take more time to reclaim the land on the mountain. The wooden shed was neither too big nor too small. Inside there was a stove and a lot of firewood. Zhao Wenhua and Zhao Tianan brought the materials back from the foot of the mountain when they were cultivating the land. In ancient times, unlike modern times, there was no gas or natural gas. They could only use things like straw and wood. The poles of some crops could be burned, such as cotton poles, rapeseed poles, and straw. These were not enough, so they went up the mountain to get some wood. Zhao Yun'er's family didn't even have a field, so these things were naturally scarce. Mother, I brought you something, Zhao Yun'er said and took out the rice, flour, oil and salt. Liang Jinxiao felt a little embarrassed when he saw Zhao Yun'er stuffing him with more things. She declined and said, Yun'er, why did you send me so many things? You still have to live your own life. Take them back. Your father and I can still work and support ourselves. Mother, why are you being so courteous with me? Take them. If I didn't have these things, I wouldn't have sent them to you. Okay, I'll put them here. Don't reject them, Zhao Yun'er said. She put them on the stove as she spoke. Liang Jinxiao sighed slightly, feeling that he had dragged Zhao Yun'er down. Zhao Yun'er saw Liang Jinxiao's guilt and comforted her. Mother, it's okay. I'll need your help in the future. What King Yun'er do you need help with? If mother can help, I'll definitely help. Liang Jinxiao was a little excited. After all, he had taken Zhao Yun'er's things. He would feel bad if he didn't work hard. Zhao Yun'er told him about her snack stall. Later, she wanted Liang Jinxiao to help make buns and wontons. Chapter 445. There were a lot of things and they were not difficult, but they required manpower. One person would not be able to handle all of them. After Liang Jinxiao heard this, He nodded without hesitation and said, Yuner, of course. I'll go over to help you after lunch. Okay then. Li Chuiying overheard the conversation between the mother and daughter. Li Chuiying was surprised to see that Zhao Yuner had sent something good over again. Not only that, he did not expect Zhao Yuner to open a breakfast shop in Yang City. He knew that it was going to make money. Was this girl really that capable? It was impossible for him not to be jealous. Li Chuiying could not help but go forward and say in a strange tone, Third sister-in-law, you're so lucky now. Yuner is so capable. Not only did she send you good things, but she also opened a breakfast shop. You'll have a good life in the future. Liang Jinxiao smiled awkwardly and did not know how to reply. Zhao Yuner could not be bothered with Li Chuiying. Some people just could not bear to see others doing well, especially between sisters-in-law. They were afraid of who was richer than the other. Seeing that Zhao Yuner and Liang Jinxiao did not say anything, Li Chuiying continued, Yuner, if you don't have enough people at your shop, let my Jinger help. She has nothing to do at home anyway. It's good to let her help you. Zhao Yuner did not believe that Li Chuiying would be so kind. She just wanted Zhao Yuner to help her, so that she could share some of the money she earned with Zhao Yuner. Li Chuiying was not that stupid to think of this idea. Zhao Yuner said mildly, No need. Thank you for your kindness, second aunt. My shop is small, and I don't need so many people to help me. Kindness is not rewarded. Forget it if you don't want it. Li Chuiying said angrily. Zhao Yuner smirked. She thought it was interesting. She was not a fool. Did Li Chuiying expect her to jump into the trap set by her? Mother, if there's nothing else, I'll leave first. I'm going back to cook for Daodu. Don't forget to stew the big bones later. Liang Jinxiao nodded and said, Got it. Yuner, you can go back. Okay. Just as Zhao Yuner was about to leave Zhao Pinger, she said to Liang Jinxiao, Mother, where are the desserts? Where did you put it? Why is it gone? They were in the basket to be sure. I didn't move. What's the matter? Mother, there's nothing left in the basket. The candies are gone too. It can't. It must be Tianan and Tianfu who ate it. There was still half of it yesterday, but there's none left today. Why didn't they leave some for me? I don't care. Mother, I want more. Liang Jinxiao frowned. What could she do? She couldn't ask Zhao Yuner for more, could she? Zhao Tianfu was playing at the side. He replied, Big sister, I didn't take it. I didn't eat it. Daoda took it out for me. Brother Tianan didn't eat it either. He couldn't bear to eat it, and wanted to give it to me. It wasn't you or Tianan who ate it. Could it be that it was stolen by someone? Zhao Pinger muttered. Ping, did you see anyone enter the house? Liang Jinxiao asked. I went to play with Xiaofeng today. I wasn't at home. How could I see anyone? Then what's going on? We're all family. Would they steal our things? Liang Jinxiao frowned. Chapter 446. But if that was the case, how could he have the nerve to ask old Zhao's family? She couldn't bring herself to do that. Zhao Yuner snorted. How is it not possible? There were too many shameless people in old Zhao's family. It was not impossible for them to steal things. Moreover, old Zhao's family had seen it when she sent those things over last time. It was normal for them to have bad intentions, since they couldn't get it directly. Then, who could have stolen it? Liang Jinxiao frowned and asked again. Zhao Pinger blurted out. It could have been either my second aunt, my youngest aunt, or my grandmother. These three people were the most suspicious. Because in the whole old Zhao's family, the second branch and Zhao Xinhui were the most gluttonous. Zhao Pinger knew the characters of old Zhao's family better. Zhao Pinger's guess was almost the same as Zhao Yuner's. These people were the most suspicious. Liang Jinxiao still sighed. We don't have any evidence now. It's not appropriate for us to ask them directly. After all, they were a family. It was not appropriate for them to say such things. But we can't let them eat our food for free. Zhao Pinger curled her lips. She was angry at the thought of it. She hadn't eaten all those pastries herself. She said to Liang Jinxiao angrily. Pinger, since you're so angry, why don't you ask my aunt and second aunt? Zhao Yuner said indifferently. Now she knew that she was making things difficult for Liang Jinxiao. She didn't even say a word. She thought that everything would be settled by just moving her mouth. I won't. Zhao Yuner, Do you think I'm stupid? If I ask my grandmother directly, she will scold me to death. She won't admit it. You're so evil. You don't want me to do this kind of thing. Zhao Yin'er snorted coldly. Since you already know, then why are you still talking about it? Instead of questioning mother, why don't you think of a way yourself? Zhao Yin'er, do you want to quarrel again? When Liang Jinxiao saw that the two sisters were about to fight again, he hurriedly said, Okay, don't quarrel over this matter. How about we just forget about it? It's not good to hurt the harmony of our family. No. Zhao Yin'er and Zhao Ping said at the same time. Zhao Ping was upset because her food was stolen. If it was something else, it would be fine. But those pastries were so delicious that ordinary people couldn't eat them. It was one thing to steal, but to steal the rest in one go. Zhao Yin'er felt that since there was a first time, there might be a second time. If she didn't teach the thief a lesson this time, her food would definitely be stolen again. Sai, what should we do? Liang Jinxiao frowned and sighed. Mother, don't worry. I have a way. Yin'er, do you have a way? Liang Jinxiao asked. Zhao Ping also came up curiously to listen. Zhao Yin'er pretended to be mysterious and said, I'll tell you tomorrow. By the way, mother, I'll go to Yang City tomorrow and buy a lock on the way back. When I come back, I'll put everything in the house. When I leave, I'll lock the door to avoid today's situation. Chapter 447. Liang Jinxiao nodded. Got it, Yin'er. It was hard to guard against a thief in the house. These words were not without reason. It was good to be careful now to avoid future embarrassment. Mother, I'll go back then. After Zhao Yin'er finished speaking, she left old Zhao's courtyard with Daodu. There were too many weirdos here. She would feel stifled if she stayed any longer. At noon, Zhao Yin'er cooked a few simple dishes. She stewed big bones, and the thick smell of the bone broth was very attractive. When it was stewed, the broth was milky white. Zhao Yin'er sprinkled a handful of green onions under it, and the fragrance was stronger. The children liked to drink it very much, and each of them drank several bowls. Zhao Yin'er waited for the bone broth to cool down a little, and then made a big bowl for Little Hay. Obviously, Little Hay liked the taste of the bone broth very much. He lay on the ground and licked the big plate of bone broth clean in a short while. After drinking it, he looked up at Zhao Yin'er and wagged his tail, looking very flattering. You want more? Zhao Yin'er asked. Woof woof, Little Hay wagged his tail and responded. Okay then, I'll make some more for you. You can't drink any more after you finish it. Zhao Yin'er said to Little Hay. Such a big little puppy, how much could it eat? If it liked to drink it, it probably wouldn't know if it burst its stomach. Zhao Yin'er poured half a bowl of bone broth from the pot, and poured it for Little Hay. In the future, if the business of the breakfast stall was good, and there was bone broth every day, she could give some to the children and Little Hay to drink every day. This way, the children would probably grow faster. In the afternoon, Zhao Yin'er began to prepare things like steamed buns and wontons. She bought some baking powder. The flour for steamed buns needed to be fermented. After washing the 5 pounds of meat she bought, most of it was chopped into meat fillings. Whether it was steamed buns, dumplings, or wontons, it was needed. In fact, the most important thing about the taste of dumplings, wontons, and steamed buns was the fillings. If the fillings were delicious, the taste would naturally be good. Zhao Yin'er was very confident in the fillings she mixed. In her previous life, her mother was best at making dumplings for her. Zhao Yin'er was often pulled in a sedan chair, and after a long time, she naturally inherited her mother's skills. Liang Jinxiao and Mulan also came. When Mulan came over, she found that Zhao Yin'er had made a lot of things. She said apologetically, Yin'er, I'm sorry. I'm late. My uncle came back today. I was delayed by something. Zhao Yin'er smiled. It's okay, sister-in-law Mulan. I have nothing to do myself, so I'll start first. Okay, I'll come too, Mulan said. As she spoke, she washed her hands first, and then sat down next to Zhao Yin'er. With the addition of Liang Jinxiao, the three of them worked pretty quickly. Sister-in-law Mulan, you said your uncle came back. Did he find trouble with you? Zhao Yin'er asked casually. No, but my mother-in-law is not feeling well. She sprained her waist, so she can't cook. My sister-in-law's cooking is not good. Uncle said it was hard to swallow, and insisted on eating at my house. You know, after all, he is the brother of Sanner's father. I can't say not to let him eat, right? Mulan's tone was helpless. Chapter 448. When Zhao Yin'er heard this, she only hoped that Mulan's brother-in-law would really only eat one meal, and not continue to laze around. After all, there were many weirdos in the family Zhu. Based on what Mulan said, Zhao Yin'er felt that Mulan's brother-in-law was definitely not a good person. The steamer was filled with buns, and the rest could only be made on the spot after the buns were sold out tomorrow. As for the youtiao, the flour could be kneaded and made on the spot. There were also a lot of dumplings and wontons. Zhao Yin'er was afraid that they would not be able to sell so much, so she did not prepare too much. The rest of the stuffing was placed on a plate and brought over tomorrow. As for the bone broth in the pot, Zhao Yin'er washed the wooden bucket clean and scooped it up. Yin'er, do you want me to help out tomorrow? Liang Jinxiao asked. It was the first day of business, and the people were not familiar with it. If the business was good, they would probably be busy. It was always good to have one more helper. Mother, you have to be busy at home too, right? It's okay. It's not too late to do the work when I come back. Your sister Ping-er is still at home. She can also help out a little. Zhao Yin'er did not believe that Zhao Ping-er would help, but she felt that the two of them would probably be too busy tomorrow. It would be good to let Liang Jinxiao go. Thus she replied, "All right then, mother, you can come with me." Okay. It only took them 2 hours to finish all these things. It was faster than Zhao Yin'er expected. They were not very familiar with it. If they were more familiar with it, they would probably be faster. It was only 3 in the afternoon when they finished. Yin'er, I'll go back and get some water to send to your father and Tianan, Liang Jinxiao said. Zhao Wenhua and Zhao Tianan went up the mountain again. The water they brought was probably finished. Mother, I have water at home. Use mine. I don't have to go back to get it. Liang Jinxiao nodded. Okay, I'll get some water from you and send it over. Yes. Zhao Yin'er poured a pot of herbal tea and added some honey before handing it to Liang Jinxiao. Mulan also got up and prepared to go back. Zhao Yin'er stopped Mulan. Sister Mulan, do you have soybeans at home? A little. I planted quite a lot last year and was going to sell them. Later on, no one wanted to buy them, so I stopped selling them. Now I sometimes stir-fry a plate of soybeans with wine. Yin'er, do you want soybeans? Zhao Yin'er nodded. She was going to grind soybeans into soy milk. Then I'll go back and get it. I'll send it to you later. No need, sister-in-law Mulan, I'll go with you. I'll also go to Aunt Lu's house later. Zhao Yin'er remembered that Aunt Lu had a stone mill at home. She would have to grind the soybeans when she got them back. Okay, let's go together. Yes, yes. By the way, sister-in-law Mulan, you said that your uncle is back. Can I borrow some paper from him later? Dauda had used up all the paper she bought at home to practice calligraphy. Zhao Yin'er had been busy with other things recently, and didn't buy any for Daudu. She suddenly wanted to use it, but she couldn't take it out. She could only borrow a few pieces now and return them when she bought them later. It should be okay. My uncle isn't that stingy, Mulan said. Zhao Yin'er nodded. That's good. I'm going to write down the price of the snacks. Then, when the customers come over, they can figure it out. Those who are literate don't have to ask about the price. This way, it would be more convenient for others and for herself. It was just a matter of sticking a piece of paper. Chapter 449. Mulan looked at Zhao Yin'er with admiration in her eyes. Zhao Yin'er smiled and said, I learned it from my 5th uncle. I can only recognize simple characters, not many. Mulan still admired her and said, That's good enough. It's better than me not knowing any of them. Haha, I'll teach you how to read if I have the chance. Mulan nodded and said, Okay. The two of them chatted as they walked towards Mulan's house. When they arrived at Mulan's house, Mulan said, Yin'er, that's my uncle's room. You can go in and tell him that you're here. I'll find some soybeans for you, but I can't remember where I put them. My memory is a little bad. Zhao Yin'er nodded. There were several rooms in the family Zhu's house. Mulan's uncle lived in the one facing the south, The light was the best, and the room was better than the other rooms. It was conceivable that Elder Zhu loved his youngest son the most. Zhao Yun'er walked to the front of Zhu Sanlu's house. His door was closed. She didn't know if Zhu Sanlu was concentrating on studying inside. If she went in like this, would she disturb him? Out of courtesy, Zhao Yun'er knocked on the door before entering, but there was no response. Zhao Yun'er was a little curious about whether there was no one inside. So she reached out and pushed the door. When she pushed it, she found that the door was tightly closed. Why was the person at home like this? Bang bang bang, Zhao Yun'er knocked on the door a few more times. Finally someone responded. The voice from inside was a little flustered. Who is it? I'm Zhao Yun'er, a friend of Mulan's sister-in-law. I want to borrow some paper from you. I'll buy it tomorrow and return it to you. Zhao Yun'er directly stated her purpose. Wait for me. Okay. Zhao Yun'er waited at the door for half a minute before Zhu Sanlu opened the door. Standing in front of him was a man in his early 20s. In fact, he was only 2 or 3 years younger than Zhu Eru. However, Zhu Sanlu's complexion didn't look too good. He looked weak. He looked like a fair and clean little boy. Because of his studies, he had a scholarly temperament. However, this Zhu Sanlu did not give Zhao Yun'er a very good feeling. When Zhu Sanlu saw Zhao Yun'er, his eyes revealed a trace of wretchedness. Zhao Yun'er felt even more uncomfortable being stared at by Zhu Sanlu. Wretched man. Zhao Yun'er immediately thought of these 3 words. Zhao Yun'er coughed softly before Zhu Sanlu reacted. Zhao Yun'er smiled, and one of her hands involuntarily rubbed against her clothes. Zhao Yun'er caught a glimpse of the unknown liquid on Zhu Sanlu's clothes from the corner of her eye. As a mature woman in the 21st century, Zhao Yun'er, who often dealt with criminals, of course knew what it was. At the same time, a strange and unpleasant smell began to enter her nostrils. Zhao Yun'er suddenly understood why Zhu Sanlu had closed the door tightly in the room just now. This man, was he trying to control himself? Although it was normal for such an old man to have such needs, Zhao Yun'er still felt a little disgusted. Come in and see what kind of paper you want. Zhu Sanlu greeted her. Zhao Yun'er didn't dare to enter, and hurriedly waved her hand. No, it's not good for a woman like me to enter your room. Just give me a piece of paper that you usually practice on. Well, okay then. Zhu Sanlu was a little disappointed. Chapter 450. After Zhu Sanlu entered the house, he took out 3 pieces of paper and handed them to Zhao Yun'er. Here you go, miss. Zhao Yun'er reached out to take them. Thank you. But Zhu Sanlu still held them and did not let go. Zhao Yun'er frowned. What did this guy mean? Zhu Sanlu began to be naughty. He wanted to touch Zhao Yun'er with his other hand, but he was interrupted. Mulan shouted, Yun'er, I found the soybeans. Zhu Sanlu quickly let go of them. Zhao Yun'er took the paper. Thinking of Zhu Sanlu's actions just now, Zhao Yun'er felt more disgusted than if she had eaten feces. Mulan's uncle was definitely lustful. Staring at the paper in her hand, Zhao Yun'er didn't want to use it anymore. Was it stained with Zhu Sanlu's unknown liquid? Zhao Yun'er hurried to Mulan. Yun'er, I have a total of these at home. Do you think it's enough? Mulan raised the bag of soybeans in her hand and asked. It was half a bag, about 3 or 4 caddies. She could find a lot of soybeans. Zhao Yun'er nodded. It's enough. This was just a trial sale. She was not sure how much she could sell. That's good. Then you can take them all. Well, put it on both of our accounts according to the market price. When we earn money later, we'll calculate it together. No need, Yun'er, you don't have to be so clear about it. My things are nothing. Just treat it as a contribution to our shop. You see, the cost was paid by you first. I didn't pay anything. I feel bad. Zhao Yun'er smiled. Okay. Before leaving, Zhao Yun'er whispered in Mulan's ear. Sister-in-law Mulan, why did your uncle come back? They said it's school holidays. What's wrong? It's nothing. But Mrs. Mulan, you'd better be careful of your uncle. He's not young anymore. Why don't you ask your mother to help him find a wife? So that he wouldn't continue to do those disgusting things. Mulan didn't quite understand what Zhao Yun'er meant, but she still nodded and said, okay. After leaving Mulan's house, Zhao Yun'er went to Aunt Lu's house. Zhao Yun'er directly asked to borrow the millstone, so Auntie Lu asked Lu Shan to bring it out. Graphite was a small grinder that was pushed by hand. It was usually used to grind some flour. However, although it was small, it was very heavy. I'll ask Shanzi to send it to you, Aunt Lu said. She was worried that Zhao Yin'er couldn't move such a heavy thing by herself. Will I trouble Brother Shanzi? It's fine. Lu Shan walked out and said with a smile. It was just a trip. As a big man, he had plenty of strength. Because of Zhao Yin'er's help, his father's condition got better and his life was saved. Lu Shan was very grateful to Zhao Yin'er in his heart. Thank you, Brother Shanzi. Lu Shan shook his head with a smile and said, Yin'er, you're welcome. Let's go. Okay. The two of them walked on the road and chatted casually. Lu Shan's words were not bad. He was an honest and straightforward man in the countryside. This kind of honest and simple woman gave women a sense of security. When they were about to reach the door, Zhao Yin'er felt that someone was following them. However, she didn't see anyone when she turned around. Yin'er, what are you looking at? Lu Shan asked with concern. Zhao Yin'er shook her head and said with a smile. Nothing. Maybe she was being too sensitive. Then where should I put the millstone? Lu Shan asked. Chapter 451. Lu Shan nodded. Okay. As he spoke, he hurried into Zhao Yin'er's house and left after putting it down. Lu Shan knew that it was not good to stay at Zhao Yin'er's place for too long. It would bring rumors to Zhao Yin'er, so he said to Zhao Yin'er, Yin'er, I'll go back first. Okay, sorry to trouble you, Brother Shanzi. It's fine, it's fine. Zhao Yin'er soaked the soybeans in water. These things had to be soaked for at least a few hours. She would grind it at night. She had stewed pork bone soup and cooked some noodles for dinner. She finished it early. At night, the soybeans were almost done soaking in water. Zhao Yin'er began to grind the soybeans. Daoda was too tired from playing during the day and had already gone to bed. Zhao Yin'er was the only one left. She lit a candle and sat at the table to grind the soybeans. There was a small opening in the grindstone. She just had to pour the soybeans into it and push the grindstone. If she pushed the grindstone with her hands, the soybean dregs would spill out. The soybean dregs had to be wrapped in a white cloth and washed with water to get the soy milk out. Of course, the washed soy milk had to be boiled in a pot and some white sugar added. Only then would it be tasty soy milk. Zhao Yin'er finished grinding the soybeans. She would get the rest in Yang City. If she heated up the soy milk now, it would be cold by the time she sold it the next day. After everything was done, someone knocked on Zhao Yin'er's door. Who would come to her house so late at night? Zhao Yin'er frowned. She walked to the door and asked, Who is it? Miss Yin'er, it's me. A man's vulgar voice came from outside the door. Zhao Yin'er recognized it. It was Mulan's brother-in-law Zhu Sanlu. This disgusting man actually dared to look for her at night. Seeing that Zhao Yin'er didn't say anything, Zhu Sanlu spoke again from outside the door. Miss Yin'er, I know that you're lonely without a man, so let me come in and warm you up. Today, I saw you and Lu Shan flirting with each other. It's not good for a married man like him. If his wife knew about it, she would definitely make a fuss. How about me? I can accompany you at night more often. After listening to Zhu Sanlu's words, Zhao Yin'er felt something churning in her stomach. She wanted to vomit it out. She was wondering why she felt like someone was following her today. So it was him. Miss Yin'er, quickly open the door and let me in. Zhu Sanlu was also a little anxious outside. Open the door? The corner of Zhao Yin'er's mouth raised into a sneer. How unbearable is this man's thirst? Creak, Zhao Yin'er opened the door. Zhu Sanlu was ecstatic. He thought that Zhao Yin'er was really willing to have a relationship with him. She happily pushed open the door and went in. However, she didn't expect that as soon as she went in, her head would be covered by a wicker basket. Then a stick attacked her body, continuously hitting her body. It hurts, Zhu Sanlu grumbled. You still know pain. Since you dared to come, you should have thought of such an ending. What kind of disgusting man could enter this lady's eyes? Why don't you take a look at yourself in the mirror? The more Zhao Yin'er thought about it, the angrier she got. She was a widow, so there was a lot of trouble in front of her door. She wasn't a widow, but she didn't have a man. Their nature was similar. This man still came to cause trouble for her. So when Zhu Sanlu was hit on the ground, Zhao Yin'er didn't show any mercy. Chapter 452. Zhu Sanlu hurriedly begged for mercy. Zhao Yin'er removed the basket from Zhu Sanlu's head, then punched Zhu Sanlu's face a few times. Otherwise, she would not be able to vent her anger. I beg you, let me go. I won't dare to do it again. Zhu Sanlu almost knelt on the ground and kowtowed to Zhao Yin'er. Zhao Yin'er snorted coldly. He was quite a coward. He had the courage to be perverted, but he did not know his own limits. If I find out that you're here again, you'll be in trouble. With that, she directly lifted Zhu Sanlu up and threw him out. Zhu Sanlu fell heavily to the ground and let out a miserable cry. It was one thing for him to fall, but the problem was that his face fell on the dog poop on the ground. His face was full of the stench, and Zhu Sanlu was so disgusted that he retched. He had rushed over excitedly, but he did not expect to end up in such a miserable state. Zhu Sanlu used his sleeve to wipe his face, and could not help but vomit again. This time, he directly vomited out the food he ate today. Why is there dog poop on the ground? It stinks. Damn dog. Poop everywhere. The more Zhu Sanlu thought about it, the angrier he became. However, after scolding, he tactfully left. He was actually beaten up like this by a woman. Such a shameful thing was naturally embarrassing to let others know. After Zhu Sanlu said that sentence, Little Black, who was in the room, barked a few times outside the door. Woof woof woof. He actually dared to call it stinky. Mother, Dowda poked his head out from under the blanket and shouted at Zhao Yin. The sound just now was still a little loud, and it woke Dowdu up from his sleep. Zhao Yin'er sat in front of the bed and said to Dowdu, Dowdu, were you frightened? Dowda shook his head. No, mother. Dowdu is not afraid. Dowda still has to protect mother. Did a bad uncle come over just now? Zhao Yin'er nodded. Yes, but mother has already chased him away. Mother is amazing. Haha, it's fine now. Dowda, go to sleep. Zhao Yin'er coaxed gently. Okay. Dowdu obediently burrowed back into the blanket and closed his eyes to sleep. However, in his heart, he was silently praying for his father to come back quickly. When his father came back, he would be able to protect his mother. If anyone dared to bully his mother, his father would definitely beat them to a pulp. He wondered when his father's return. At the same time, Mu Lianfeng, who was far away in the capital, put down the book in his hand and looked outside. Mo Yan's Mo to see asked, what's wrong? I. Lu to sleep to go to twos to a. Mu Lianfeng glanced at Mo Yan. He said coldly, what's with your reaction? No, master, it's nothing. Huh. Someone like you who doesn't have a wife and a son naturally wouldn't know how I feel right now, Mu Lianfeng added indifferently. Mu Yan only felt that his heart had been greatly hurt. Was it really good for his master to treat him like this? If he was forced into a corner, he would just find a woman and run away with her. He wouldn't be able to find him. The next morning, Zhao Yin'er got up at around 5 o'clock. It was still dark outside. However, it would take another 20 minutes to get to Yang City. After that, it would probably be 6 o'clock in the morning. Chapter 453. When it was 6 o'clock, many people in Yang City would probably have woken up and come to the breakfast stall to buy snacks. Zhao Yin'er called yesterday, and Liang Jinxiao came on time. Zhao Yin'er arrived at Mulan's house, and the three of them sat on the donkey and rushed to Yang City. After moving the things out of the stall, Liang Jinxiao was in charge of tidying up and wiping the table. Zhao Yin'er was in charge of making the snacks. As for Mulan, she was in charge of assisting. While the few of them were busy, time passed in a short while. When it was 6 o'clock, some customers slowly came. The business of the stall that Zhao Yin'er took over was quite good before, so there were still many people who were used to coming here to buy breakfast. In addition, the food that Zhao Yin'er made was really fragrant, and the fragrance spread through the entire street. Many people were attracted by the fragrance from Zhao Yin'er's breakfast stall, and they all ran over to see what food she made. Miss, what are these wontons? Are they delicious? Someone asked. Of course they're delicious. Wontons are like dumplings, but they're a little different. Uncle, do you want a bowl? How much is one bowl? 8 copper coins for one bowl. I guarantee it's enough. All right, then give me one bowl. Okay. Miss, what's this? I've never eaten it before. A woman asked as she pointed at the fried dough sticks that Zhao Yin'er placed on the table. Zhao Yin'er explained patiently. Auntie, these are fried dough sticks. 1 copper coin for one. They're very delicious. Do you want to try one? When the woman heard that it was only 1 copper coin for one, she felt that it was quite cheap. It smelled quite good, so she could buy one and try it. How can that be? Give me one. The woman handed 1 copper coin to Zhao Yin'er. Okay. Zhao Yin'er took a piece of butter paper, wrapped it up, and handed it over. Auntie, if you like it, you can buy it next time. Haha, for sure. The woman took it and tasted it. The crispy and fragrant taste was simply too delicious. It's delicious, it's delicious. Miss, this thing you made is really good. 1 copper coin per stick is really worth it. This woman also had a loud voice. With this shout, even more people came. Miss, give me one too. I want one too. Me too, me too. The dozen or so deep-fried dough sticks that had just been fried were sold out in an instant. Zhao Yin'er asked Liang Jinxiao to help sell them, while she continued to make more. Don't just buy fried dough sticks. I have other things here that are delicious too. The fragrant steamed buns and shumai are definitely different from other restaurants. Really? Try it and you'll know. There are both meat and vegetable buns. All right then, 2 vegetable buns and 1 meat bun. I want 2 vegetable buns too. The people who ate the buns began to praise them. Just as Zhao Yin'er said, they tasted good. I didn't expect that the food in this stall would be even better than before. The vegetable buns are fragrant and fresh. Miss, how did you make it? It's delicious. I'll buy breakfast here tomorrow. Hearing these people's praise and recognition, Zhao Yin'er was also very happy. The meat buns were delicious because the stuffing was her exclusive secret recipe. The vegetable buns were delicious because Zhao Yin'er chopped up the dried mushrooms that she had picked from the mountain before and put them into the vegetable buns. Chapter 454. It was probably because Zhao Yin'er's breakfast was the best in the whole breakfast stall. So many people came over after hearing about it. Most of the time, when others said that it was good, even if they didn't want to buy it, they couldn't help but buy a little to try and see if it was as good as the rumors said. Therefore, Zhao Yin'er, Liang Jinxiao, and Mulan were all busy in the morning. The 3 of them didn't expect that business could be done so well. All the materials that they brought in the morning were sold. It was only around 9 o'clock when they were sold out. The 3 of them sat at the stall and rested for a while, each of them with a smile on their faces. Yin'er, our business today is really good. Yes, it's really good. I didn't expect that breakfast stalls could make so much money. Liang Jinxiao couldn't help but sigh with emotion. He was happy that Zhao Yin'er found a way to make money. Mulan smiled and said, Auntie, that's because Yin'er's food is delicious. Look at other stalls. They don't have such good business. Liang Jinxiao thought about Mulan's words and felt that it was true. All the money that they earned today was placed on the plate. Zhao Yin'er poured it all on the table, and the 3 of them began to count it. After counting, there was a total of 100 or 200 copper coins. Excluding the cost of 300 copper coins, they earned 900 copper coins in the morning. 900 copper coins was not a small amount. The salary of an average person was not necessarily 500 copper coins a month, and they had to work hard to earn it. This was much worse than the bullfrog that Zhao Yin'er gave her before. But Zhao Yin'er was satisfied. Now that she was doing business steadily, she could still save a few taels of silver in a month. When she earned more money, she would have the capital to do other businesses and live a better life. The 3 of them rested for a while. They were too busy and tired in the morning. Anyway, it was still early, so they were not in a hurry. After resting for 20 minutes, the 3 of them tidied up the stall and went to the market to buy some ingredients. Then they drove the little donkey back. Zhao Yin'er asked Mulan to buy a gene of meat and bring it back to eat. Her child probably hadn't eaten meat for a long time, so it was necessary to make up for it. In order to catch the thief from old Zhao's house, Zhao Yin'er bought a mousetrap. She bought the biggest one. Liang Jinxiao asked in confusion. Yin'er, why do you want to buy a mousetrap? Mother, I'm going to use this to catch the thief who stole the snacks. Using this, Liang Jinxiao was still a little confused. Yes, yes. Zhao Yin'er nodded and replied. Then he told them about his plan. Liang Jinxiao felt that it was a little too cruel, but when he saw Zhao Yin'er insisted, he agreed. It was really annoying when he thought about it. There were so many pastries that he didn't eat at home, but they were stolen. Zhao Yin'er's carriage stopped in front of Mulan's courtyard. Mulan's little uncle was sitting in the courtyard. The sound of cooking came from the kitchen, but it was Mrs. Zhu who was busy cooking, not Mulan's sister-in-law. Mulan saw that Zhu Sanlu's face was bruised and asked, "Little uncle, what happened to your face?" He looked as if he had been beaten up badly. Chapter 455. Mulan felt a little strange. Wasn't there a toilet at home in the middle of the night? Why did he run out and hit his face like this? There were bruises all over his face, as if he had been beaten up. So Mulan said with concern, "Little uncle, don't come out to the latrine at night next time. You can use the toilet at home. The injury on your face is not light. Why don't you find a doctor to take a look at it?" Zhu Sanlu waved his hand. "No need, second sister-in-law." Zhao Yin'er couldn't help but mock. "Sister-in-law Mulan, a man shouldn't be so precious. It's expensive to find a doctor to take a look. It's best if you don't come out at night. Otherwise, you won't accidentally hit your face next time, but fall into the latrine and drown." This sentence was not so much said to Mulan, but to Zhu Sanlu. Zhu Sanlu was furious after hearing it, but he was too embarrassed to lose his temper. This woman was too much. "Yin'er, you're right. It's dangerous to go to the latrine in the middle of the night. I've heard before that someone fell into the latrine and drowned at night. It was winter at that time, and the family found him the next morning. Little uncle, you have to be careful at night." Zhao Yin'er didn't know whether to laugh or cry after hearing it. In fact, she was just joking. There really was such a thing. "Got it, second sister-in-law." Zhu Sanlu gritted his teeth and responded. Zhao Yin'er continued to drive her little donkey home. She unloaded everything, put it in the house, and prepared for lunch. "Yin'er, you'll come to my place after eating, right?" Zhao Yin'er nodded. "Okay, then I'll go back first." "Wait, mother, take the pig liver back and make some pig liver soup. It can nourish the blood." There was only half a caddy of pig liver, not much. It was a gift from the boss when they bought the pig. Liang Jinxiao declined. "Yin'er, you can eat it yourself. Mother doesn't need it." "Mother, just take it. Don't be so polite with me. Anyway, it was a free gift. Father and Tianan are exhausted from working, but there's nothing good to eat at home." "Sigh. I'll take it then. You and Dowda should get some good food too." "Got it, mother." Zhao Yin'er continued to make some bone soup for lunch. She cut up half a gene of meat and braised it for Dowdu. This little fellow hadn't eaten red braised meat for a few days and was craving for it. After eating, Zhao Yin'er carried some pastries to her parents' place according to her plan. While old Zhao's family was at home, Zhao Yin'er deliberately raised her voice. "Mother, I've sent you some snacks and candies. They're on the cabinet in our house. You should eat them early. They'll spoil easily if left out for too long." During lunch, Liang Jinxiao had also colluded with his family. He replied, "Got it, Yin'er. Mother, why don't you come to my house in the afternoon to help? I can't do it alone." "Okay." When Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Yin'er were talking, Zhao Ping'er also cooperated. "Mother, I'm going to play with Xiao Feng in the afternoon. Father and Tianan are working. Won't there be no one at home? What if a thief comes in?" "It doesn't matter if there's no one. It's such a big yard. Your other uncles and aunts are still at home. With them watching, what thief can come in?" "Okay then, mother. Since you said so, it's fine. Then I'll go out to play in the afternoon." Chapter 456. As expected, the thief really fell for it. When Zhao Xinhui heard this, he happily waited for the people from the third branch to leave. Zhao Xinhui had eaten the snacks before. He had never eaten anything so delicious. Yesterday, she had stolen from the third branch, and in a short while, she had eaten them all. He had eaten so much, but he still didn't feel satisfied. He had to steal some more today. In the afternoon, Zhao Wenhua and Zhao Tianan from the third branch went to cultivate the land. Zhao Ping'er ran out to play, When Zhao Xinhui saw Liang Jinxiao close the door, he turned around and left the old Zhao's courtyard. Then, he tiptoed into the third branch's room. Where did I put the things? Zhao Xinhui searched the room and found that it was placed in the innermost corner of the room. He was afraid that someone had rummaged through it. When Zhao Xinhui saw the things in the basket, he hurriedly ran over. He didn't care about the mouse trap at his feet. As soon as he took the basket, he felt a sharp pain from his feet. The mouse trap was stuck in his ankle. It was so tight that it was sinking into his flesh. Zhao Xinhui squatted down and tried to pry the mouse trap open. However, it wouldn't budge. Ah! It hurts so much. Zhao Xinhui's screams came from the old Zhao's room. What's wrong? What's wrong? Hua Chunhua hurriedly ran out. When she heard that the sound came from the third branch's room, she hurried over. The other people from old Zhao's family also came out of the room to join in the fun. When they saw that Zhao Xinhui had been caught in the mouse trap, they couldn't help but laugh secretly. Mother, it hurts so much. My feet are about to break. Help me pry it open, Zhao Xinhui shouted. He was in so much pain that tears flowed out of his eyes. Hua Chunhua squatted down and tried to pry it open. However, she couldn't pry it open even after using all her strength. This rat trap is too big and tight. Mother can't move it, Hua Chunhua said anxiously. It hurts, Mom, it's bleeding, Zhao Xinhui pointed at her feet. Hua Chunhua looked down and saw that it was indeed the case. Zhao Xinhui's ankle was bleeding. Hua Chunhua scolded angrily. Look at what third brother is doing. He must have put such a big rat trap on purpose. Sai Mai Hui. What should we do? Hua Chunhua caught a glimpse of Li Chuiying, who was standing motionlessly by the side, and scolded her. My second daughter-in-law, are you blind? Why didn't I help you when you were standing by the side? Mother, I was stunned. Don't blame me, Li Chuiying asked. I'm curious as to why Auntie is in third brother's room. It wouldn't be strange if she was trapped somewhere else. However, she was trapped in the third branch's room. She didn't even need to think to know that something was amiss. Hua Chunhua also reacted. That's right, Huier. Why are you in your third brother's room? Zhao Xinhui naturally wouldn't say that she was there to steal snacks. She answered vaguely. Nothing, I'm just here to ping her. Hua Chunhua didn't think too much about it. She continued to ask Li Chuiying to help her pry it open. The two of them used all their strength, but still couldn't pry it open. Sigh, Mother, we women can't pry it open with our strength. We need a man to do it, Li Chuiying said, panting in exhaustion. Jinger, hurry up and call your grandfather and father over. Otherwise, your auntie's foot will be broken. Hurry up, don't be slow. Hua Chunhua instructed. Chapter 457. Not long after Zhao Jinger ran out, Zhao Yin'er and Liang Jinxiao returned to the third branch's room. Liang Jinxiao didn't leave at all. He hid behind the room with Zhao Yin'er. Sure enough, as soon as she left, Zhao Xinhui was ready to steal the snacks. Hearing Zhao Xinhui's wolf-like howl, Zhao Yin'er couldn't help but laugh in her heart. This woman really fell into the trap. Thinking of the largest mousetrap she bought, Zhao Xinhui must have been tortured badly. She was really smart. She had to deal with people like Zhao Xinhui in this way. Zhao Yin'er said to Zhao Xinhui, who was on the ground, Aunt, what's wrong with you? Zhao Yin'er's tone was a little gloating. Zhao Xinhui glared at Zhao Yin'er hatefully, thinking that Zhao Yin'er asked this on purpose. Hua Chunhua felt sorry for Zhao Xinhui, so she scolded. What's wrong? Can't you see that my Hui-er is bleeding? Third daughter-in-law, you heartless woman. Look at what you've done to your little sister. You put such a big mousetrap in the house. Did you do it on purpose? Hua Chunhua scolded like a shrew. Zhao Yin'er couldn't help but sneer. Even if she was unreasonable, she couldn't be so unreasonable. Grandmother, you're wrong to say that. My mother put a mousetrap in the house. Who is she bothering? If it wasn't for little Aunt sneaking in, would she have been caught? By the way, my mother put the mousetrap in the house because the snacks at home suddenly disappeared yesterday. She thought that it was either stolen by someone or eaten by a mouse. Today, she specially bought the largest mousetrap to kill the mouse that stole the snacks. By the way, why did Aunt come to my parents' room? Zhao Yin'er's words had a deep meaning. In fact, they were meant for Zhao Xinhui. Zhao Xinhui blushed at Zhao Yiner's words. She didn't know how to refute, so she said to Hu Chunhua coquettishly, "Mother, it hurts so much. I came in to look for Ping-er." Hu Chunhua comforted Zhao Xinhui and scolded Zhao Yiner. "Zhao Yiner, are you saying that your aunt stole the snacks? What do you think your family has that your sister-in-law would want?" "Grandmother, I didn't mean that. I just found it strange. Little aunt said that if he was looking for Sister Ping-er, he just had to stand at the door and shout a few times, or go to the door to take a look, right? Why did she come into the house? Did she think that Sister Ping-er was playing hide-and-seek with her?" When Zhao Yiner said this, even Hu Chunhua felt guilty. Her Hui-er probably really came to steal snacks. "You wretched girl. You framed your aunt for stealing without any evidence. You're really rebellious." "Grandmother, how did I frame her? Don't casually accuse me of crimes. However, Auntie was caught in a rat trap this time. Next time, you have to be more careful. Don't casually enter my father and mother's house. I don't know what will happen. At that time, you will blame my father and mother." Zhao Yiner smiled playfully. Zhao Xinhui was scared witless by this threat. How would she dare to come again next time? Shen Pan-er stood quietly and watched the commotion. She also felt a trace of fear towards Zhao Yiner. Anyone who wasn't a fool would know that Zhao Yiner deliberately set up to harm Zhao Xinhui. Chapter 458. After a while, old Zhao's men came back. They used a lot of strength to pry open the rat trap. Zhao Xinhui's leg could no longer walk. After prying open the rat trap, there was a lot of blood. Seeing Zhao Xinhui in this state, Hu Chunhua's heart ached terribly. She reluctantly invited the village's doctor over and bandaged Zhao Xinhui's wound. She also prescribed some medicine for her. In total, they spent a lot of money. Hu Chunhua's heart ached not only for the money, but also for her daughter. For the next few days, Zhao Xinhui would probably have to lie in bed and rest. She also had to prepare some delicious food for her every day. In the room of old Zhao's third branch, Zhao Ping-er covered her mouth and laughed. Little aunt deserved it. Unfortunately, she had run out to play and forgot to come back. She really wanted to see Zhao Xinhui being trapped. She had seen Zhao Xinhui's wound clearly. It was not light. Zhao Tianfu was secretly happy. In the eyes of children, people like Zhao Xinhui deserved that kind of punishment. However, Liang Jinxiao sighed and said, "Aren't we too much? Little aunt looks a little pitiful. Her wound is very deep." Zhao Ping-er said indifferently, "Mother, why are you feeling sorry for little aunt? She stole from our family. She doesn't even have a conscience." Zhao Yiner smiled slightly. "Mother, we don't have any evidence that little aunt stole. She won't admit it either. This is just a lesson. If we don't teach her a lesson, she won't remember next time. Otherwise, she will have to continue stealing." "Sai, that's true. I just didn't expect your little aunt to be the one who stole the snacks." "Mother, what's so strange about that? Little aunt is the most delicious person in our family," Zhao Ping-er said. Zhao Yiner glanced at Zhao Ping-er. She did not know how she had the nerve to say that. In the entire old Zhao family, shouldn't the most delicious person be Zhao Ping-er herself? However, it was clear that Zhao Ping-er did not have self-awareness, and did not think of him at all. Zhao Ping-er said, "It was rare for her to praise Zhao Yiner. Zhao Yiner, I didn't expect you to be useful sometimes." Zhao Yiner's mouth twitched. She couldn't be bothered with Zhao Ping-er. Did she need to tell her if she was useful or not? "Mother, the snacks are here. Hurry up and eat them. Don't be reluctant to keep them. You and father should eat more. At least have a taste, right?" Zhao Yiner picked up a piece of osmanthus cake and handed it to Liang Jinxiao. She said to Liang Jinxiao, "Mother, eat this." Liang Jinxiao was a little reluctant. "Hurry up and eat it." Unable to win against Zhao Yiner, Liang Jinxiao had no choice but to take a bite. "Yiner, it's delicious. It's sweet and has the fragrance of osmanthus." Zhao Yiner smiled and said, "Of course. Mother, eat the whole piece." "All right." Liang Jinxiao ate the rest of the cake. Her mouth was filled with the fragrance. The pastries in the city were indeed different. They were delicious. Zhao Ping-er was craving the cake as she watched from the side. She quickly took a piece and stuffed it into her mouth to chew. It's so delicious. Zhao Yun'er, how much do you have at home? Send some more over later. As Zhao Ping'er spoke, she wanted to take another piece and continue eating. Zhao Yun'er slapped her. One piece is enough. We'll wait for father and Tianan to come back to eat the rest. Don't eat everything by yourself. I don't have much left at home. I can't bring more for you. Chapter 459. Alright Ping'er, this is good food. It's not expensive at all. Just eat one piece. It's not easy for Yun'er to send us so much. She's almost finished it herself. Liang Jinxiao quickly interrupted. Zhao Ping'er snorted softly and put her hands on the table. Next time when Shitzi comes again, he'll definitely bring these delicious food. Zhao Yun'er, do you know when Shitzi will come again? I don't know. Zhao Yun'er replied lightly. She really didn't know. Mu Lianfeng had left for a few days, and she hadn't received any news. After being reminded by Zhao Ping'er, she really missed Mu Lianfeng. Will he come back soon? Should be soon? Zhao Yun'er, you don't know? Does Shitzi not want you anymore? He must be playing with you. A woman like you will only be played by Shitzi. Don't take it seriously. It's better to find an honest and reliable person. Zhao Ping'er was gloating. She couldn't wait to see Zhao Yun'er end up like her and be abandoned by Mu Lianfeng. Shut up. Zhao Yun'er scolded. Damn it, if you want to die just say it. How dare you scold me? Zhao Ping'er was scolded by Zhao Yun'er like this. She didn't dare to fart again. After tidying up the things in old Zhao's house, Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinxiao went back together and prepared for tomorrow's breakfast. Mulan didn't come in the afternoon. She asked San to send a message saying that she had something to do and would come over later to help. Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinxiao didn't think it was a big deal. They just needed to do it. Today it was a little faster than yesterday. They finished it in 2 hours. Liang Jinxiao went back to old Zhao's house after helping. Zhao Yun'er saw that Mulan hadn't come over yet. She wondered if something had happened to Mulan, so she went to Mulan's house. Zhao Yun'er went to Mulan's house. Mulan's uncle wasn't in the yard. Sister-in-law Mulan. Zhao Yun'er called. Mulan came out of the house. When she saw Zhao Yun'er, she said apologetically, Yun'er, I'm really sorry. Hua was crying in the room. I tried to coax her but she didn't calm down. Seeing Mulan frowning and worrying, Zhao Yun'er patted Mulan's shoulder and asked, Sister-in-law Mulan, you're fine. My mother and I are busy. Why is Hua crying? Mulan shook her head. I don't know. That girl curled up in bed and refused to come out. She didn't say anything when I asked her. Zhao Yun'er thought that the child wouldn't be like that for no reason, so she said to Mulan, Sister-in-law Mulan, I'll go and see Hua. Mulan sighed and brought Zhao Yun'er into the house. Zhao Yun'er saw Hua curled up in bed, looking very scared. She went up and touched Hua's head. She took out a few candies from her pocket and gave them to Hua. This is candy. Here, eat it. Zhao Yun'er said gently. Hua sobbed. But children are the same. They can't resist the temptation of candy. Even though she was crying, she still took it. Eat it. It's very sweet. Hua didn't dare to eat it. She looked at Mulan, as if asking for Mulan's opinion. Eat it. Thank you, Aunt Yun first. Thank you, Aunt Yun. Hua said. She choked and stuffed a piece of candy into her mouth. Hua, can you tell Aunt Yun why you're crying? Zhao Yun'er continued to ask. She saw that Hua seemed to be in a better state after eating the candy. Chapter 460. Mulan said from the side. Yun Hua is like this when I asked her. She won't say anything. I'm worried to death. Zhao Yun'er looked at Hua and knew that she must be frightened, so she had to continue asking. Hua, don't be afraid. Your mother and Aunt Yun are here. We'll protect you. Did someone bully you? Hua nodded carefully, then kept glancing outside the window. Hua, it's okay. There's no one outside. You can say it softly. No one outside can hear you. Zhao Yun'er continued to coax her. After Zhao Yun'er said this, Hua nodded and said softly, Uncle bullied me. He took me to his room, and even took off my pants. He kept looking at my lower body, and even showed me his. He said that if I told my parents, he would beat me to death. After Huar said this, she lowered her head and cried again. She looked like she was frightened. When Mulan heard this, she was completely dumbfounded. What did her uncle do? How could he treat Huar like this? After all, Huar was his niece, right? Zhao Yin'er exploded in anger. Damn it, that pervert. Yesterday, she knew that Zhu Sanlu was a pervert. She didn't expect that after taking root with her, he would turn around and lay his hands on a child today. What was the point of keeping this kind of person alive? He could even lay his hands on his own niece. He was worse than a beast. This incident would probably leave a psychological scar on Hua, or for the rest of her life. Yin'er, what do we do now? Mulan asked. Of course we're going to find your uncle to settle the score. Sister-in-law Mulan, you don't have to be polite this time. It's best to beat this kind of person to death. If he was beaten to death, he deserved it. Zhao Yin'er was an outsider. It was not good for her to get involved. She could only encourage Mulan to go. Yin'er, I'm going to call Huar's father. I might not be able to beat uncle alone. Huar's father is strong. Mulan's heart ached when she saw Hua, crying so pitifully. As a mother, her own daughter had been bullied to such an extent that she felt like killing someone. Her rationality overcame her impulse. She couldn't solve this problem alone, so she had to call Huar's father back. Mulan ran into the field and soon found Zhu Eru. Zhu Eru listened to Mulan's explanation on the way back to the family room with a gloomy face. As soon as he arrived at family Zhu's courtyard, he kicked open Zhu Sanlu's room. Zhu Sanlu was so scared that he quickly got up from the bed and pulled up his pants. Looking at the broken door, Zhu Sanlu looked at Zhu Eru and complained, "Second brother, what's wrong with you? You broke my door." Zhu Eru walked over with a dark face and directly pushed Zhu San away. Lu's collar was pulled up. Zhu Sanlu usually didn't exercise and was thin. How could he compare to Zhu Eru, a man who worked in the fields for a long time? In Zhu Eru's hands, Zhu Sanlu was lifted up like a chick. "Second brother, what are you doing? Let me go." "Let you go. Third brother, you beast." As Zhu Eru spoke, his other hand landed a heavy punch on Zhu Sanlu's face. This punch directly swelled Zhu Sanlu's face, and blood flowed out of his mouth. "Ah!" Zhu Sanlu screamed. Mrs. Zhu, who heard the noise, rushed out. Chapter 461. Seeing that Zhu Eru was beating Zhu Sanlu, she began to curse. "Eru, what are you doing? How can you hit Sanlu? Stop it, stop it." As Mrs. Zhu spoke, she rushed over and stood in front of Zhu Eru. Then she protected Zhu Sanlu behind her. "You damn child. How can you be his older brother? Look at how you beat Sanlu." Mrs. Zhu saw the bruises on Zhu Sanlu's face and became even angrier. "Mother Wuwa," Zhu Sanlu hugged Mrs. Zhu's arm and cried. His tears and snot rubbed against old Madame Zhu's body, just like a child. "Sanlu, is it very painful? Look, your face is swollen. A mother's heart doesn't feel good looking at it." Mrs. Zhu touched Zhu Sanlu's face. "Mother, Era hit me." Zhu Sanlu vaguely shouted. Mrs. Zhu wiped the tears on Zhu Sanlu's face and comforted him. "All right, Sanlu, don't cry. Mother will avenge you." Mrs. Zhu said as she turned around and glared at Zhu Eru. "You deserve to be killed. How can you beat your own brother so badly? I really gave birth to you in vain. You have no conscience. First, you wanted to separate from the family. Now you hit your brother. Why don't you kill me too?" Looking at Mrs. Zhu's crying appearance, Zhao Yin'er stood to the side and only felt disgusted. With this comparison, Zhao Yin'er suddenly felt that Hu Chunhua wasn't so bad. "Mother, third brother deserves to be beaten," Zhu Eru said coldly. "Why does he deserve to be beaten? You tell me clearly. If you don't tell me clearly today, I won't let you off." Mrs. Zhu said angrily with her hands on her waist. If not for the fact that Mrs. Zhu was his mother and filial piety was the most important thing in ancient times, Zhu Eru would have thrown her out together with Mrs. Zhu. "Let him tell you what he did." Zhu Eru's cold eyes swept over Zhu Sanlu. Zhu Sanlu trembled. He was frightened by Zhu Eru's frightening gaze. "Mother, I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting in my room reading a book. What could he do? Second brother rushed in and hit me the moment he saw me." Zhu Sanlu pursed his lips as he spoke, looking aggrieved. Eru, listen carefully. Your third brother said he didn't do anything, Mrs. Zhu said. Zhu Eru's lips curled into a sneer. Nothing? You bastard. You dare to do it. But you don't dare to admit it? You can even lay your hands on your own niece. Don't you feel ashamed if word gets out? Zhu Eru said as he pushed Mrs. Zhu away. He grabbed Zhu Sanlu and threw him to the ground. He kicked Zhu Sanlu's crotch a few times to vent his anger. If it weren't for the fact that he was afraid of killing someone, Zhu Eru really wanted to chop up the thing in Zhu Sanlu's crotch. He wanted to see what else he could do in the future. Zhu Sanlu, who was kicked in the crotch, let out a wolf-like scream. Zhao Yin'er covered her mouth and snickered. It was too damn satisfying. Looking at Zhu Eru's tall and strong back, Zhao Yin'er suddenly felt that such a man was too charming. The scene of him getting angry and beating someone up just now was too handsome and manly. Mulan really didn't find the wrong man. If she found a good-for-nothing, he would probably let his daughter be bullied. Mulan also looked deeply at her man. She had never seen Zhu Eru so angry before. However, not only was she not afraid, but she was also very excited. Chapter 462. Er's father was really good. This time, he had helped Hua vent her anger. She originally thought that Zhu Eru would only scold Zhu Sanlu a little because of their brotherhood. She didn't expect Zhu Eru to really hit him and be so ruthless. Mrs. Zhu was frightened by Zhu Eru's behavior. She hurriedly threw herself on Zhu Sanlu's body and started crying again. You deserve to die. Are you trying to cripple your younger brother? Your younger brother hasn't married yet. Are you going to cut off his bloodline? My son, nothing bad will happen to you. If anything happens to you, I won't live anymore. Zhu Sanlu was already rolling on the ground in pain because his crotch had been kicked a few times. A layer of cold sweat appeared on his forehead. However, among the people present, except for old Madame Zhu, no one felt sympathy for Zhu Sanlu. Mother, don't yell. Third brother deserves it. If he doesn't have a wife, he should control his crotch. If he really wants a woman, I'll ask you to marry one. He's worse than a beast to lay his hands on his own niece. Zhu Eru stared coldly at Zhu Sanlu, who was on the ground in pain. Mrs. Zhu frowned. What do you mean? What did Sanlu do? If you don't explain yourself today, I won't let you off. Zhu Eru sneered. Mother, if you want an explanation, then I'll explain it to you. Zhu Eru told her what had happened. Mrs. Zhu listened and blinked. She didn't know what to say for a moment. However, she couldn't just watch Zhu Sanlu suffer so much. She said coldly, Hua said that your younger brother did it, so he did it? Do you believe a child's words? Mother, don't be unreasonable. Hua has been crying all day. How can a child tell such a lie? If you want to protect third brother, then protect him. Anyway, I'll say it here today. If he tries to do anything bad again, my fists won't be good for anything. If he makes me angry, I'll spread the news. I'll see if he still wants to live in the future. Zhu Eru's words really scared Mrs. Zhu. Eru, don't tell anyone about this. Our family Zhu can't afford to lose face like this. Your third brother hasn't even gotten married yet. If his reputation is ruined, he won't be able to find a wife. Mrs. Zhu grumbled. Zhu Eru snorted. Mother, it's good that you know. Let third brother take care of himself. With that, Zhu Eru angrily left the room. Mulan and Zhao Yin'er also followed him out. Before leaving, Zhao Yin'er looked at the miserable Zhu Sanlu on the ground and felt a burst of joy in her heart. It was better not to kill him. Letting him live a life worse than death was better than directly killing him. Thinking about it, Mrs. Zhu was really biased. From the beginning to the end, she had been protecting Zhu Sanlu. Even if Zhu Sanlu had done such a thing, he still didn't want to blame Zhu Sanlu. Instead, he wanted to question Zhu Eru. They were both a piece of flesh that fell from his own body. Why was there such a big difference in treatment? After several people left, old Madame Zhu sat on the ground and burst into tears. Firstly, it was Zhu Sanlu who was crying. Secondly, it was her who was crying. She had been bullied miserably by the first branch these days. Now her younger son was being bullied by the second branch. Why were the mother and son's lives so miserable? Luer, do you have any problems? Mother will call a doctor for you to take a look. Chapter 463. Mrs. Zhu glanced at Zhu Sanlu's lower body. It was a bloody mess. She wasn't sure if Zhu Sanlu could still do it in the future. After sniffling, Mrs. Zhu comforted him. It's okay, Luer. It'll be fine after we get a doctor to come and take a look. You can still do it in the future. After hearing Mrs. Zhu's words, Zhu Sanlu was relieved. Mother, then hurry up and find a doctor for me. Mrs. Zhu sighed and nodded. Luer, if you want to do it, you should have told Mother earlier. Mother is arranging for you to get a wife. But you're treating Hua, as a child sigh. It was no wonder that Zhu Eru hit him in anger. Most people wouldn't be able to take it. Zhu Eru went to his room and looked at Hua. He hugged Hua, and comforted her. Looking at his daughter, his heart ached. He blamed himself for not protecting Hua well. Don't blame yourself. You've already helped Hua, vent her anger today. Mulan comforted him from the side. Lan we have to protect a few children in the future. We won't let you suffer anymore. Zhu Eru said firmly. When Mulan heard this, she suddenly felt very happy, and nodded at Zhu Eru. I believe in you. Looking at the warm scene of the family together, Zhao Yin'er was a little envious. In fact, the happiest thing for a woman was to have a man who loved and protected her. There was no doubt that Mulan was happy now. Zhao Yin'er suddenly thought of Mu Lianfeng. She was also a woman, and wanted to have someone to rely on from time to time. If Mu Lianfeng was here, then when she encountered a similar situation, Mu Lianfeng would be like Zhu Eru and deal with the people who bullied her and her children, right? Sister-in-law Mulan, I'll go back first. Zhao Yin'er said goodbye. Mulan nodded. Yin'er, you can go back. I have to thank you for what you did today. Otherwise Hua, probably wouldn't have said anything. Zhao Yin'er smiled and shook her head. It's nothing. On the way back, Zhao Yin'er was thinking about what had just happened, so she was a little absent-minded. She didn't even hear the sounds around her. It wasn't until Lu Lei stood in front of her that Zhao Yin'er reacted. Brother Lazy, Zhao Yin'er called out with a smile. It seemed that he hadn't seen Lu Lei for a long time. Lu Lei's eyes revealed a trace of sadness as he said to Zhao Yin'er, Yin'er, I called you several times. Ah, is that so? I didn't hear it. Zhao Yin'er said apologetically. She really didn't hear him just now because she was lost in her thoughts. However, Lu Lei thought that Zhao Yin'er deliberately ignored him, so he was a little sad. Yin'er, I haven't seen you in a long time. Are you okay? Lu Lei asked a little nervously. Zhao Yin'er nodded. I'm pretty good. How about you, Brother Lazy? How have you been recently? I'm pretty good too, Lu Lei said. Lu Lei couldn't help but look at Zhao Yin'er a few more times. Previously, he was still brooding over Xiao Hong's words, but then he found out that Mu Lianfeng never came to Zhao Yin'er's house again. This meant that there was nothing between the two of them. Everything in the past was probably a misunderstanding. He still had a chance. Chapter 464. Brother Lei, is there anything else? If there's nothing else, I'll go back first. Zhao Yin'er said. How could Lu Lei let Zhao Yin'er go like this? He hurriedly asked. Is there anything else you need help with at home? Do you want me to do something for you? Zhao Yin'er shook her head. Brother Lei, thank you, but there's nothing I need help with at home. Oh, okay then. Lu Lei looked a little disappointed, which made Zhao Yin'er a little uncomfortable. This man was very good, but she didn't like him. She couldn't force herself to accept him. When Zhao Yin'er was about to go back, Zhao Ping, and Ma Xiaofeng walked towards her. Zhao Ping, was still holding a bunch of flowers in her hand, and wearing a big one on her ear. She thought she was very beautiful. Ma Xiaofeng was also holding a bunch of flowers, holding hands with Zhao Ping. They looked very intimate. Ma Xiaofeng was not old, only 15 or 16 years old. Her appearance was not bad. She was delicate and pretty, but a little dry. Her family was even poorer than old Zhao's family. She often didn't have enough to eat, so it was normal for her to be so thin. Seeing Zhao Yin'er and Lu Lei together, Ma Xiaofeng poked Zhao Ping'er and hinted. Zhao Ping'er looked up and saw Zhao Yin'er and Lu Lei together. She immediately walked over angrily and said to Zhao Yin'er, Zhao Yin'er, why are you so shameless? You're still fooling around with a man in broad daylight. Aren't you afraid that others will gossip? Zhao Yin'er only felt that Zhao Ping'er's scolding was a little inexplicable. What did you say? Is there something wrong with your head? Zhao Yin'er replied coldly. What do you mean I'm sick? Zhao Yin'er, I'm just reminding you out of kindness. Everyone in the village is gossiping about you, saying that you are indecent and don't know how to avoid men when you meet them. You're actually flirting with each other. Our family's face is completely lost because of you. Zhao Ping'er said to Zhao Yin'er angrily. Then, as if she was afraid that Zhao Yin'er would get angry, she hurriedly pulled Ma Xiaofeng away. This made Zhao Yin'er want to scold her even more. What was this? Could it be that she couldn't even talk to other men? Of course, Zhao Yin'er didn't know that Zhao Ping'er was so angry because of Zhao Ping'er's jealousy. Why is it that Zhao Yin'er, this unrestrained slut, has so many men around her, but I don't? Until now, no man has taken a fancy to her. Just thinking about it makes me angry. Although Lu Lei wasn't that outstanding, he was at least tall and strong. He was also considered a talent in the village. After Zhao Ping'er left, Lu Lei said to Zhao Yin'er apologetically, Yin'er, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have talked to you. Zhao Yin'er shook her head. Brother Lei, it's okay. My sister is just crazy. Don't take her words seriously. Lu Lei sighed and nodded. Okay. It seemed that if he really wanted to talk to Zhao Yin'er next time, he would have to avoid her. After Zhao Ping'er and Ma Xiaofeng walked for some distance, Ma Xiaofeng couldn't help but ask, Ping'er, didn't you say that your sister opened a breakfast shop? Zhao Ping'er nodded. Yeah, why? That should be very profitable, right? Zhao Ping'er thought for a moment. I don't know either. But I heard from my mother that the business is pretty good. It should be very profitable. Since she earns so much money, when the time comes, let her give you some money to buy rouge, silk flowers, and pretty clothes. I heard that after women put rouge on their faces, they can become prettier. Chapter 465. Fourth uncle, fifth uncle, stop praising. Hurry up and eat. Otherwise, the dishes will get cold, Zhao Yin'er said. Okay. Let's eat. Today's feast is really sumptuous. It's a good meal. Us brothers are also having a good time, Zhao Wentao said with a smile. Zhao Yin'er liked Zhao Wentao's candid personality very much. Among the brothers, her fourth uncle was her favorite. Her eldest and second brother were too weird. Her father was a steamed bun. Her fifth brother was not the steamed bun. Because of his studies, he was more rigid. Only her fourth uncle was slightly more rebellious. Sometimes, he would even argue with Hua Chunhua and Zhao Baoshan. Third sister-in-law, sit down and eat too, Zhao Wenxing said. Liang Jinxiao waved her hand. No. You guys eat. I'll stand. You men are drinking at the table. It's okay, third sister-in-law. Let's sit down and eat together. It's really okay. You guys eat. We can just stand and eat. Liang Jinxiao insisted. The table was already small. With the 4 men sitting on each side, there was no space. Sometimes old Zhao's women were not allowed to sit at the table. She was used to it. Third sister-in-law will eat then. Eat. The aroma of the dishes and the strong aroma of the wine made the people outside the room salivate. Zhao Wenshui said. Not only are the dishes delicious, but the wine is even more fragrant. I can tell that it's good wine just by smelling it. Big brother, it's a pity that we can't drink it. Zhao Wenshui snorted. It's all because of that Yin'er. I've never seen such a bad girl. Sigh, if I had known earlier, I would have helped third brother today. Who knows, I might have gotten a drink now. Forget it. If you helped me, I might not let you drink it. The aroma of the wine is too alluring. Big brother, why don't we go in and ask for a drink? If you don't want to eat, why don't you give us a glass of wine? You're going? Zhao Wenshui replied. Anyway, he was not going. Although he wanted to drink, he was not as thick-skinned as Zhao Wenshui. The main thing was that if the other party didn't give it to him, how embarrassing would that be? Let's go together. Big brother, it's not good for her to reject the 2 of them, don't you think? I'm not going. He definitely won't give it to you. Second brother, you'd better not think about it. Sigh, Zhao Wenshui sighed and couldn't help swallowing his saliva. It would be fine if he didn't see it, but the fragrance couldn't be covered up. It was hard not to smell it. Li Chuiying and Zhao Wenshui felt the same way. Seeing the third branch eat and drink well, they felt uneasy. She had thought that the three branches would have to live a hard life after separating from the main family. But in the end, she had miscalculated. Therefore, he could not help but nudge Hua Chunhua beside him. Mother, although the third branch has been separated, you are still the elder. After separating, the son still has to support his parents. No matter what, third brother and the others should send you some delicious food, and let father have a drink. Only they are eating. They are too heartless. It would have been fine if Li Chuiying did not say it. Once Li Chuiying said it, Hua Chunhua felt that this was the case. He gave birth to an ingrate. He has forgotten his parents' good food and drink. He also doesn't remember who raised him. Hua Chunhua raised her voice. Her tone was full of dissatisfaction. With such a loud voice, the people in the room also heard it. The brothers who were drinking looked very embarrassed. It was a bit wrong. They were brothers drinking. Shouldn't they also call Zhao Baoshan over? Chapter 466. This person directly ordered all the food on Zhao Yiner's stall. Mulan was the one who served this man in black. When she heard that he actually ate so much, she couldn't help but be a little surprised. He ordered so much in one go. Could his stomach hold it all? Even 4 or 5 people wouldn't be able to finish all these things. Thus Mulan asked uncertainly, "Young master, are you sure that one person can eat so much?" The man in black didn't answer Mulan. Instead, he looked sharply at Mulan. Mulan was so frightened that she quickly shut her mouth. She could only follow this person's instructions. She walked in front of Zhao Yiner and whispered in Zhao Yiner's ear. "Yiner, look at that person. He's a little strange. He ordered so many things in one go. Let's not talk about whether he can finish it or not. Looking at him, I don't even know if he can pay." This was what Mulan was most worried about. These things added up to a lot of money. The man in black was dressed in rags. Could he really take out so much money? Although she was suspicious, he wouldn't come over to renege on the debt. With so many people around, if he really did, then they would send him to the authorities. Anyway, the authorities were in Yang City. It was convenient to arrest him. Zhao Yiner also sized up this man in black. She smiled at Mulan and said, "It's fine. Let's go." Okay then. Out of Mulan's expectations, not only did this person finish all the food, but it wasn't enough. He continued to order a lot more. Mulan stared at this man in black, flabbergasted. Wasn't this a little too much? This wasn't an appetite that a normal person could have. Looking at the way this person ate, it was as if he hadn't eaten for hundreds of years. Mulan walked in front of Zhao Yiner and couldn't help but say, "Yiner, this person is too strange. He ate so much and still ordered food." Zhao Yiner also couldn't help but take another look. He dressed strangely, acted strangely, and even ate strangely. What a strange person. Zhao Yiner was busy entertaining the guests, and didn't have time to think too much. When it was time to pack up, this person was still there. "Young master, we've sold out everything here. Please settle the bill." Mulan walked to the black-clothed man and spoke to him. When it came to paying the bill, the black-clothed man was a little hesitant. He took out 10 copper coins from his pocket and placed them on the table. This is all I have," the black-clothed man said. Mulan was stunned. It was only 10 copper coins. This man had eaten a total of 200 copper coins today. "Young master, you're still short of 194 copper coins. Please pay up," Mulan said with a frown. "That's all I have. So you're saying that you're going to go back on your word?" Mulan frowned. She knew it would be like this. However, this man was really bold. Wasn't he afraid of going to the officials? "Go back on my word." The black-clothed man's voice turned cold. He shook his head and said, "I won't go back on my word. I'll owe you first. Or I'll help you with your work. I'll do whatever you want me to do." In Mulan's view, this black-clothed man was just an excuse for him to go back on his word. "How can you do this? If you don't pay, then I can only send you to the officials. At that time you'll be beaten." Mulan said somewhat seriously. In fact, she just wanted to scare him. Who knows, he might pay after being scared. After all, 194 copper coins wasn't a small amount. She couldn't just let him go back on his word. Chapter 467. Why are you like this? If you don't want to pay up, you're not paying up. Just as Mulan was about to continue speaking, the black man suddenly stood up and slammed the table, giving Mulan a fright. Zhao Yin'er stared at the man. Her intuition told her that this man was not simple. Hence she said to Mulan, "Sister-in-law Mulan, forget it." Then she said to the man in black, "This breakfast is on me. Everyone has their difficulties. Take care of yourself in the future. Take this 10 copper coins as well." The man in black looked at Zhao Yin'er again, then picked up the 10 copper coins on the table, and said to Zhao Yin'er, "Thank you for the meal. I'll repay you when I have the chance. Goodbye." With that, the man in black left the stall. Mulan said, "Yin'er, the more I look at that man, the stranger he seems. We lost 200 copper coins." Zhao Yin'er pursed her lips and said with a smile, "It's okay. We didn't lose much money. That man is not simple. If he really wanted to go back on his word, we probably wouldn't have been able to catch him, let alone send him to the officials." Mulan nodded. "I see. Yin'er, you're still the best. What's so good about that?" As they spoke, they had already started to pack up the stall, and were preparing to go back. On the way back, Liang Jinxiao talked about Zhao Ping'er's marriage. She was not free during the day, but she had to discuss Zhao Ping'er's marriage with a matchmaker, so she asked Li Chuiying to invite the matchmaker over in the afternoon. If Zhao Ping'er could get married, Zhao Yin'er would naturally be happy. "Mother, then you should discuss it properly. It's fine as long as the conditions are similar. Tell Sister Ping'er not to be too picky." Liang Jinxiao nodded and said, "Yes, I know. It's good enough that Ping'er has a normal man. She can't stay at home forever." The car swayed to the village. Zhao Yin'er had lunch, and went to old Zhao's house in the afternoon to check on the situation. It was rare for her to be interested in Zhao Ping'er's marriage. Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the matchmaker came over. She was a woman in her 50s. She was short and plump and dressed more luxuriously than the average person. She really looked like a matchmaker. This matchmaker's surname was Gao. She was quite famous in the nearby villages and towns. She specialized in matchmaking, so she knew many people. As soon as he arrived, Li Chuiying greeted him warmly. He boiled a bowl of eggs and syrup for the matchmaker and brought it over. He said to matchmaker Gao, "Thank you for your hard work, matchmaker Gao. I've been looking forward to seeing you, but you're finally back. Come, take a seat. These are eggs and syrup. Hurry up and eat." Seeing Li Chuiying being so attentive, and then glancing at the eggs and syrup in Li Chuiying's hands, matchmaker Gao did not refuse. She took the bowl and ate it one bite at a time. In fact, in her line of work, it was inevitable that she would be warmly received by the host wherever she went. Therefore, she ate a lot of good food. Eggs and syrup were not rare in her eyes. Zhao Yin'er was also sitting at the side. Looking at the way matchmaker Gao ate, she felt that her mouth was greasy. A good bowl of eggs and syrup was eaten by her, and she had a very disgusting feeling. Chapter 468. Hua Chunhua snorted disdainfully. "Your little sister will marry into a rich family in the future. Can she introduce anyone to her?" Li Chuiying's mouth twitched. He knew that Hua Chunhua was dreaming again, but he couldn't expose Li Chuiying. He could only continue to coax her. "Mother, Tianhu is of marriageable age. You have to introduce him to someone, right? What's more, if the matchmaker can find a good husband for my Jing-er, and they give a lot of betrothal gifts, then all the money will belong to you, mother. Our family's money will be in your hands." After Li Chuiying said this, Hua Chunhua felt that it was true. How much could eggs and syrup be worth? If she could find a good husband, then the betrothal gifts would be considerable. Hence, she said to Li Chuiying, "All right then. You take good care of them." Li Chuiying grinned and replied, "Mother, I know." As she said that, she ran over to matchmaker Gao with a grin, and started chatting with her. Matchmaker Gao learned about the basic situation of the two girls in old Zhao's family. Zhao Jing'er's conditions were not bad. After all, she was only 16 years old. She was at the prime of her life, and it was easy to find a good husband at this age. As for Zhao Ping'er, she was a little older. Basically, there were no girls of her age in the village. Matchmaker Gao then asked about the situation. Sister-in-law, why is your daughter still unmarried at 20 years old? You don't seem to be in a hurry. I want to know if she has never been married, or if she is married and her man died, and she wants to remarry? Matchmaker Gao's question was very direct, and didn't think too much. Her question made Liang Jinxiao feel a little awkward. Liang Jinxiao pursed his lips and said with a smile, she has never been married. Matchmaker Gao nodded. That's good. A girl who hasn't been married is a virgin. Although she's a little old, it's still easier for her to find a husband than those who have remarried. In ancient times, women's chastity was very important. Generally, it was difficult for a non-virgin woman to get married. Matchmaker Gao continued to ask, does your daughter have any injuries? Or you can't have children? You have to make it clear to me. You can't cheat other people and ruin my reputation. After all, your daughter is still unmarried at this age. I always feel that there's something wrong. Before Liang Jinxiao could reply, Li Chuiying smiled and said, Matchmaker Gao, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with my niece. It's just that she's ugly, and that's why she can't get married. Although Li Chuiying spoke up for Liang Jinxiao, and seemed to have good intentions, there was a hint of schadenfreude in his tone. Matchmaker Gao nodded in understanding. So that's how it is. It's okay for a woman to be ugly. As long as she can bear children, she will definitely be able to get married. With me around, I'll definitely be able to help her find a husband. Matchmaker Gao's words seemed to be comforting Liang Jinxiao, but it sounded a little strange. Liang Jinxiao smiled embarrassedly. Sigh, it'll be great if she can get married. Then I'll leave the matter of finding a husband to you, Matchmaker Gao. Matchmaker Gao laughed and said, no problem, no problem. After all, there was money to be made when the time came. Are the girls from your two families home? Why don't you invite them out for me to take a look? Matchmaker Gao asked. Chapter 469. Liang Jinxiao also shouted into the house, Ping-er, come out too. Zhao Ping-er came out of the house when she heard the voice, but Zhao Ping-er didn't come out for a long time. Matchmaker Gao looked at Zhao Ping-er's appearance and praised her. She said to Li Chuiying, you're a pretty girl. Fortunately, she doesn't take after you. She probably takes after her father, right? It'll be much easier for her to find a rich husband. Matchmaker Gao originally thought that Li Chuiying wouldn't be able to give birth to a beautiful daughter with his looks. After seeing Zhao Ping'er's appearance, she realized that it wasn't what she thought. Li Chuiying was happy and embarrassed at the same time. Matchmaker Gao just said that she was ugly. Her Jing didn't look like her. Matchmaker Gao wasn't wrong. Li Chuiying wasn't good-looking to begin with. He looked a little fierce like a man. The men in old Zhao's family were all good-looking. Zhao Wenshui was a little younger, but he was also a fair and clean little boy. In terms of looks, he was much better than Li Chuiying. Zhao Ping-er lowered her head shyly when she was praised by Matchmaker Gao. She was excited because Matchmaker Gao said that she would be able to find a good husband. Liang Jinxiao laughed awkwardly and said, I don't know what my daughter is doing. Maybe she's shy. She hasn't come out yet. He then said to Zhao Yin'er, Yin'er, go tell your sister Ping-er to come out. Zhao Yin'er nodded. She was also curious about what Zhao Ping-er was doing in the house. She pushed the door open and entered the room of the third house. She found Zhao Yin'er looking at herself in the bronze mirror. There was a flower pinned to her ear. She was wearing thin clothes, but they were relatively new and the color was a little brighter. This woman, was she dressing up in front of the mirror? The more Zhao Yin'er looked at Zhao Ping-er, the more she felt that she was twisted. The problem was that after dressing up like this, she still felt good about herself, even though she was obviously ugly. Zhao Yin'er did not know what to complain about. Perhaps she was used to it. Sister Ping-er, didn't you hear mother calling you? Of course I heard it, but I can't just go out like that. Yin'er, look at me, don't I look good? Could he go out to meet the matchmaker? I'm afraid that if I don't look good, they won't introduce me to a husband. Zhao Yin'er swallowed her saliva. She didn't want to deal a blow to Zhao Ping'er. It's all right. Hurry up and come out. Don't let them wait for too long. Zhao Ping'er nodded happily. Got it. After saying that, Zhao Ping'er walked out of the room bashfully, like a young daughter-in-law meeting her in-laws. Zhao Yin'er could not help but complain in her heart. It was just meeting the matchmaker. Did Zhao Ping'er have to act like this? As soon as Zhao Ping'er came out, Li Chuiying and Zhao Jing'er could not help but laugh. They were amused by Zhao Ping'er's appearance. After matchmaker Gao saw Zhao Ping'er's appearance clearly, she finally understood why Zhao Ping'er was still unmarried. Her appearance was really a little shabby. Even if the average family was not poor, they would not be willing to make do with someone like Zhao Ping'er. Seeing that matchmaker Gao was silent, Liang Jinxiao asked nervously, Matchmaker Gao, can my daughter find a husband? Chapter 470. Liang Jinxiao nodded understandingly. I know that. It's okay if the conditions are a little worse. It's okay. It doesn't matter if he's poor, as long as he treats Ping'er well in the future. I'm relieved to hear that. Don't worry about it. I'll inform you once I find a suitable match. Matchmaker Gao, I'll leave Jing'er's matter to you. Please be careful. If the match is good, I'll give you a big red packet. Li Chuiying said with a smile. I know. I'll definitely choose a good match for you. Thank you. Matchmaker Gao asked a few more questions and got up to leave. She was still 5 or 6 miles away from Shuilan village. If she went back too late, it would be dark by the time she got home. Zhao Yin'er stayed with the third branch for a while. In the third branch, Zhao Ping'er was anxious about whether she could get married or not. She asked Liang Jinxiao to buy her a new set of clothes. Mother, can you buy me a set of clothes? If matchmaker Gao introduces a match for me, I'll be able to dress better when I meet people. If it's like now, I'm afraid that the man will be scared away when he sees me. Zhao Yin'er was amused by Zhao Ping'er's words. She was a little self-aware now. She knew that her appearance was scary. Liang Jinxiao was stunned. Zhao Ping'er was pestering him. If he didn't buy it, his daughter would probably make a fuss. If he bought it, a bolt of cloth would not be cheap. A bolt of slightly better colored cloth would cost a few hundred copper coins. This was not a small expense for a country bumpkin. Although Zhao Yin'er's breakfast stall earned a little money, she also gave her a little. However, she wanted to save the money to buy land. If she saved it for a while, she should be able to buy a mu of land by the end of the year. Land was the foundation. Without land, there was no guarantee for her future life. If one day Zhao Yin'er's breakfast stall could not run, she would still have land. Her life would not be too difficult. Zhao Ping'er begged Liang Jinxiao relentlessly. Mother, I've never worn any good clothes in my life. Now that I'm about to get married, you won't make me a set. If I don't dress up well, I won't be able to get married. I'll have to eat and drink at home for the rest of my life. It costs more than a set of clothes, right? Liang Jinxiao sighed. Ping'er, it's not that I can't bear to buy you. Before Liang Jinxiao could explain, she was interrupted by Zhao Yin. Mother, buy it for her. I will pay for it. By the way, buy a set for Tianan and Tianfu. Liang Jinxiao did not expect Zhao Yin'er to agree. This was because Zhao Yin'er and Zhao Ping'er did not get along. Naturally, Liang Jinxiao could not guess what Zhao Yin'er was thinking. Zhao Yin'er felt that Zhao Ping'er's words were not without reason. Clothes make the man, just as Buddha makes the man. It was indeed a bonus to dress up well. Zhao Ping'er was a little ugly. It was better to have a set of clothes made for her than to look like this. Not to mention anything else, dressing up well would make her stand out among the country bumpkins. She might be able to give others a good impression. If Zhao Ping'er could get married, there would be one less troublemaker in the family. A few hundred copper coins were nothing. Zhao Ping'er looked at Zhao Yin'er in disbelief. Chapter 471. In addition, she bought some oil, salt, spices, vegetables, and the like. She bought 5 caddies of pork at once, and the boss of the meat shop gave her some big bones. There was no meat on the big bones, and there was no oil, so the ancient people did not like it. But in the 21st century, the big bone soup was very nutritious, and the price was a little higher than the price of ordinary meat. If the soup was stewed with this big bone soup, it would definitely taste good. Zhao Yin'er asked, "Boss, if I buy meat and big bones from you every day, can you lower the price?" "Miss, if you can buy so much every day, I can definitely lower the price for you," the boss said with a smile. "How can it be cheaper?" "Miss, I can give you a discount of 1 copper coin for the pork and big bones. That is, the pork will be 14 copper coins per caddy, and the big bones will be 2 copper coins per caddy. Miss, what do you think?" Zhao Yin'er thought about it and felt that it was very cost-effective. After all, many little drops make a mickle, and when the time came, she could save a lot. The price of the meat on this stall was about the same. Zhao Yin'er came several times and compared the prices. This stall was more generous, so the meat on this stall was sold faster than other stalls. In this way, the meat would definitely be fresher than other stalls. "Okay, boss, then I will patronize your business in the future." "Haha, good. Give me another 5 caddies of big bones." "Okay." The boss quickly picked out 5 caddies of big bones with more meat and gave them to Zhao Yin'er. After paying the money, Zhao Yin'er carried these things and put them in the car. Today's big purchase cost more than 500 copper coins. Fortunately, the stall was full. Otherwise, although the other things were not very expensive, the pots and pans would cost a lot. The most important thing was that it took more time to buy those things. "Sister-in-law Mulan, let's go back," Zhao Yin'er said. "Okay." Mulan nodded. Seeing that Zhao Yin'er bought so many big bones, she was a little puzzled and asked, "Yin'er, what are you buying these big bones for?" "Stew. Tomorrow, I will cook noodles with some big bone soup. It will definitely taste good. This thing is not expensive, and the cost is low, but it can be boiled in a big pot." Mulan nodded. "I see. You can eat it yourself." "Sister-in-law Mulan, the children in your family are growing. Boil some big bones for them to nourish their bodies." There was no nutritious food at home. If the children didn't eat well, it would be difficult for them to grow taller. "Take a few pieces of big bones." Mulan thought about her 3 children. They were indeed very skinny and did not gain any weight. But the family's conditions were not good. In the past, he didn't know how to buy big bones. Although the price was cheap, the villagers felt that there was no oil or water, so there wasn't much nutrition. Now that Zhao Yin'er said so, this thing seems to be very nutritious. Are these big bones really that good?" "Of course. The bone soup is very nutritious. It is more nourishing than eating meat directly." "Okay, then I will take 2 pieces back to stew." If it was something expensive, Mulan would be embarrassed to accept it. 2 copper coins per caddy was quite cheap. "Okay." The carriage stopped in the courtyard of Mulan's house. Zhao Yin'er picked 3 big bones with the most meat on them and gave them to Mulan. Chapter 472. Zhao Yin'er was a little confused. "That? Which one?" The more Zhao Yin'er asked, the more shy Mulan became. "Yin'er, that one. That thing between a man and a woman." Mulan thought about it and said it out loud. Zhao Yin'er had also given birth, so she must have experienced that kind of thing before. If it was with Huang Hua, that girl, this topic would not be easy to discuss. After all, it was not good to talk about the things between a man and a woman. Mulan was still very shy. In the past, she had never talked about this topic with other women. Zhao Yin'er could be said to be the first. Zhao Yin'er was still a little confused. What did the things between a man and a woman have to do with this fish bubble? "Sister-in-law Mulan, I still don't understand. What are you using this fish bubble for?" Mulan's face was red as she started to explain to Zhao Yin'er. After explaining, Zhao Yin'er finally understood what was going on. People in ancient times did not have contraceptive measures, unlike now where there were pills and condoms. But when they did not want to have children, they could only use some contraceptive measures in ancient times. This set of fish bubbles was one of them. Zhao Yin'er blushed after hearing this. Actually, she was a leftover woman in the 21st century. She had never experienced the things between a man and a woman. When she transmigrated in this life, she became a mother. She had never experienced that kind of thing before. Mulan said with a red face, "We already have 3 children at home. It's enough. If we have more, we won't have the energy to take care of them. If we eat more, I'm afraid we won't be able to raise them. So if you want to avoid contraception, it's best not to get pregnant. It's safer to wear this thing." Zhao Yin'er nodded shyly. "Then sister-in-law Mulan, you can use it. If I still want to eat fish later, I'll keep this fish bubble for you." Mulan also responded shyly. "Then Yin'er, thank you. You're welcome." The 2 women blushed as they talked about this topic. Mulan stood up and said, "Yin'er, I'll go back first." Zhao Yin'er nodded. "Mulan, see you tomorrow." Knowing that Mulan was far away, Zhao Yin'er was still imagining the dirty scene. Mulan had worked so hard during the day. Wouldn't she be tired if she went back at night? However, it was inevitable for adults to have such needs, especially those who had tasted the feeling of love between a man and a woman. Zhao Yin'er suddenly thought that if she married Mu Lianfeng in the future, would she have to do such dirty things every day? Would she be like Mulan, using things like fish bubbles as contraception? "Mother, why is your face so red?" Dauda suddenly ran over and asked in a soft voice. "This? Mother, your face is so hot. Are you sick?" Dauda's small eyebrows wrinkled together with a serious face. "Mother is really fine." Zhao Yin'er smiled and comforted her. Seeing her son care about her, she was very touched. Dauda insisted. "Mother, no. Dauda promised father that when father is not here, Dauda will take good care of mother. If father knows mother is like this, he will definitely be distressed." Looking at Dauda's serious appearance, Zhao Yin'er's heart was filled with warmth. But when did her son collude with Mu Lianfeng? "Mother is really fine. It's just a little hot. If you don't believe me, you can take a look later. I guarantee that mother's face will not be red." Chapter 473. At night, Zhao Yin'er cooked a plate of braised fish and settled everything. Then, she began her beauty treatment plan. If she maintained herself now, when Mu Lianfeng really came back, he would probably see her as a haggard old woman. Fortunately, there were beauty products at home. Zhao Yin'er took out the jar of honey. She smeared some honey on her face, and then lay down to wait. "Mother, why are you smearing honey on your face?" Dauda was a little curious. "Mother can become prettier this way." "Oh, but mother is already pretty. If she becomes prettier, she will become a fairy," Dauda said in a soft voice. When did this child become so good at praising people? Perhaps in the child's eyes, his mother was the most beautiful person? After applying the honey for 15 minutes, Zhao Yin'er washed it off with water. She pressed her hand against it, and felt that her face had tightened a lot. She went to bed early to prevent the dark circles from remaining. The next morning, Liang Jinxiao brought Zhao Ping'er over. Zhao Ping'er was accompanied by Ma Xiaofeng. Ma Xiaofeng carried a basket in her hand. The basket was filled with fresh vegetables picked from the vegetable garden. She was probably going to sell them in Yang City. Zhao Ping'er said to Zhao Yin'er, "Yin'er, Xiaofeng is also going to Yang City today. Why don't we take her with us? It's 6 copper coins to go back and forth on the ox cart." Zhao Yin'er frowned and scolded Zhao Ping'er in her heart for being brainless. She was considerate and saved money for others, but she didn't think about how big her little donkey was. If they took Zhao Ping'er and Ma Xiaofeng, it would be 5 people. Adding on the things they were carrying, one could imagine how heavy it would be. "Sister Ping'er, my family Xiaomao can't carry so many people. You should also take the ox cart." As she spoke, she took out 6 copper coins from her sleeve for the fare. As for Ma Xiaofeng, she would have to pay for it herself. Zhao Yin'er said this in a disguised way to refuse to take Ma Xiaofeng to the street. Ma Xiaofeng was a little embarrassed, and her face didn't look very good. Originally, he thought that he could save the 6 copper coins, but now it seemed that he didn't manage to save it. 6 copper coins was not a small amount. She only wanted to earn a little more by selling vegetables on the streets. Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips and looked at Xiao Mao. It was such a small donkey. It didn't look like it could pull many people. All right then. That was the only way. He couldn't be so thick-skinned as to sit there, Could he? Ma Xiaofeng left somewhat unwillingly. When Zhao Ping saw Ma Xiaofeng's unhappy expression, she started to apologize. Xiaofeng, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would be like this. Ma Xiaofeng ignored Zhao Ping, and Zhao Ping was a little anxious. Xiaofeng, I'm really sorry. I didn't expect it either. Zhao Yin, that little donkey, is really small. Zhao Ping, then why can't you do what you promised? If you can't do it, then don't agree to it. Look at your sister, didn't she say that on purpose? You've made me lose face. Those who didn't know better would think that I was trying to take advantage of you. No. Zhao Ping hurriedly waved her hand. Xiaofeng, I'm sorry. Maybe it's really that the little donkey can't pull so many people. It's my fault. How about this? When we go to Yang City, I'll treat you to breakfast. Zhao Yin opened a breakfast stall. We'll go and eat a little then. When Zhao Ping said that, the anger on Ma Xiaofeng's face dissipated a little. Chapter 474. But if that was the case, how could he have the nerve to ask old Zhao's family? She couldn't bring herself to do that. Zhao Yin snorted. How is it not possible? There were too many shameless people in old Zhao's family. It was not impossible for them to steal things. Moreover, old Zhao's family had seen it when she sent those things over last time. It was normal for them to have bad intentions, since they couldn't get it directly. Then, who could have stolen it? Liang Jinxiao frowned and asked again. Zhao Ping blurted out. It could have been either my second aunt, my youngest aunt, or my grandmother. These three people were the most suspicious. Because in the whole old Zhao's family, the second branch and Zhao Xinhui were the most gluttonous. Zhao Ping knew the characters of old Zhao's family better. Zhao Ping's guess was almost the same as Zhao Yun's. These people were the most suspicious. Liang Jinxiao still sighed. We don't have any evidence now. It's not appropriate for us to ask them directly like this. After all, they were a family. It was not appropriate for them to say such things. But we can't let them eat our food for free. Zhao Ping curled her lips. She was angry at the thought of it. She didn't even have enough to eat so many pastries. She said to Liang Jinxiao angrily. Pinger, since you're so angry, why don't you ask my aunt and second aunt? Zhao Yun said indifferently. Now she knew that she was making things difficult for Liang Jinxiao. She didn't even say a word. She thought that everything would be settled by just moving her mouth. I won't. Zhao Yun, do you think I'm stupid? If I ask my grandmother directly, she'll scold me to death. She won't admit it. You're so evil. You don't want me to do this kind of thing. Zhao Yun snorted coldly. Since you already know, then why are you still talking about it? Instead of questioning mother, it's better to think of a way yourself. Zhao Yun, do you want to quarrel again? When Liang Jinxiao saw that the two sisters were about to fight again, he hurriedly said, Okay, don't quarrel over this matter. How about we just forget about it? It's not good to hurt the harmony of our family. No. Zhao Yun and Zhao Ping said at the same time. Zhao Ping was upset because her food was stolen. If it was something else, it would be fine. But those pastries were so delicious that ordinary people couldn't eat them. It was one thing to steal, but to steal the rest in one go. Zhao Yun felt that if there was a first time, there might be a second time. If she didn't teach the thief a lesson this time, her food would definitely be stolen again. Sai, what should we do? Liang Jinxiao frowned and sighed. Mother, don't worry. I have a way. Yun, do you have a way? Liang Jinxiao asked. Zhao Ping also came up to listen curiously. Zhao Yun pretended to be mysterious and said, I'll tell you tomorrow. By the way, mother, I'll go to Yang City tomorrow, and buy a lock on the way back. When I come back, I'll put everything in the house. When I leave, I'll lock the door to avoid today's situation. Chapter 475. I also think it's delicious. Zhao Ping smiled. Ma Xiaofeng supported herself with one hand and whispered in Zhao Ping's ear. Pinger, why don't you learn how to make these desserts next time? If there's a chance in the future, we can also work together to open a breakfast shop. After all, Zhao Yun is your sister. The money she earns doesn't necessarily go to your parents. It's better to earn money in your own hands. You can buy a lot of beautiful clothes and jewelry, and then dress yourself up. After hearing Ma Xiaofeng's words, Zhao Ping also felt that it was true. That's good. When we go back, we'll learn from her. If there's a chance, we can also open a breakfast shop to earn money. And then, Ma Xiaofeng nodded happily. She didn't expect Zhao Ping to be so gullible. She really fooled her with just a few words. In fact, if it weren't for this, she would be too lazy to associate with Zhao Ping. The reason she got close to Zhao Ping was because she felt that Zhao Ping was uglier than her. When the two of them appeared in the village together, people only paid attention to Zhao Ping and ignored her. Therefore, she had a sense of superiority when she was with Zhao Ping. At the same time, Zhao Ping was gullible. She would do whatever she was told to do. A few words of coaxing would be enough. There wasn't a second person like her in the village. After the two of them finished eating, just as they were about to leave, they were stopped by Zhao Yin'er. Ma Xiaofeng, the things you ate are worth 24 copper coins. Please pay before you leave. After Zhao Yin'er finished speaking, Ma Xiaofeng was a little confused. Pay 24 copper coins. How could she have so much money? Today, she only brought a total of 10 copper coins. The round trip cost 6 copper coins, and the rent of the stall to sell vegetables later would cost 2 to 3 copper coins. Aren't you Ping'er's younger sister? So you're considered Ping'er's, right? Ping'er said that she would treat me. Ma Xiaofeng's meaning was very clear. Since it was considered Zhao Ping'er's stall, and Zhao Ping'er said that she would treat, then why should she pay? Yes, Zhao Yin'er, I said that I would treat Xiaofeng. Why are you still asking her for money? Zhao Ping asked angrily. She felt that Zhao Yun's words made her lose face. You said please, did I agree? It's not like you can't treat her. But you can pay for both her and your money. 50 copper coins total. Zhao Ping'er's eyes turned red. Where would I find the money to give you? Why do I have to pay for breakfast? The Ping's eyes, but it's Aziz's, is it? Now that I'm in a bad mood, I naturally have to take it. Zhao Ping, please understand that this is my stall. Mulan and I opened this stall together. It has nothing to do with father and mother. I'm the one who worked myself to death, and I'm the one who paid for it. I'll pay mother's salary, so even if it's you, you can't eat for free. What's more, you didn't ask for my permission to treat others. Alright, both of you pay up. I don't have money. Zhao Ping pursed her lips. If you want money, ask mother. I don't have it anyway. Alright, then I'll deduct your share from mother's salary. But Ma Xiaofeng's 24 copper coins. I'll have to trouble her to give it to me. Otherwise, I'll send you to the authorities. You'll be flogged several times for eating and dashing. Ma Xiaofeng was frightened by Zhao Yin'er's flogging. She looked at Zhao Yin'er pitifully and said, Sister Yin'er, I really don't have that much money. Chapter 476. Judging from Zhao Yin'er's attitude, she had no choice but to give it to her. Ma Xiaofeng bit her lower lip. If her mother knew that she spent 24 copper coins to buy breakfast, she would skin her alive. Her family was poor to begin with, and 24 copper coins was not a small sum. Yin'er Jiejie. If I knew that it would cost money, I wouldn't have eaten it. My family is really poor, so I'm afraid that I can't afford it. Ma Xiaofeng began to complain in front of Zhao Yin'er again, trying to gain sympathy. She thought that if she did this, Zhao Yin'er would let her off. Unfortunately, Zhao Yin'er did not soften or sympathize with her. Ma Xiaofeng, you can't spit out the food you ate. So it's useless to say this now. I know that your family is poor, but I believe that it's not to the extent that you don't have 24 copper coins. It's hard for me to set up a stall and sell things, so I can't earn much. If you really don't pay, we can only meet at the yamen. Okay then. I'll give it to you when I get back. Okay then. Ma Xiaofeng ran away angrily with the basket. When she left, Zhao Yin'er saw that her tears were flowing down from anger. Zhao Ping'er hurriedly chased after her. Unfortunately, Zhao Ping'er ignored Ma Xiaofeng no matter how she coaxed Ma Xiaofeng. Zhao Ping'er put all the blame on Zhao Yin'er. Waiting for Ma Xiaofeng to run away, Liang Jinxiao frowned and said, Yin'er, Xiaofeng is quite pitiful. Yin'er, why don't we just forget about the money? Zhao Yin'er knew that Liang Jinxiao was soft-hearted, but she was not. Mother, look at Ma Xiaofeng. She's obviously using Ping or Jie to take advantage of you. We can't let this kind of person take advantage of us. Otherwise, she will continue to take advantage of us next time. Liang Jinxiao sighed. Thinking about it, Ma Xiaofeng did like to take advantage of others. The things belonged to Zhao Yun'er. She had no right to control Zhao Yun'er. She hoped that Zhao Yun'er would do the same, and that Ma Xiaofeng would learn from her mistakes. Mother, let's get back to work. Yeah. Liang Jinxiao nodded, and continued to be busy with Zhao Yun'er. Not long after, two people arrived. One of them was Xiao Hong, and the others were women who often sold vegetables on the streets. When they arrived at the stall, they were also stunned. They had heard that the buns at this stall were very delicious, so they wanted to buy a few to try. He didn't expect the owner of this breakfast stall to be an old acquaintance. Why is it Zhao Yun'er and Mulan? Yeah, when did they open a breakfast stall in Sun City? We didn't even know. There are so many people and business is so good. I guess they can make a lot of money, right? That goes without saying. They'll definitely make more money than us. One basket of vegetable buns sold by them is probably enough for us to sell vegetables until we die from exhaustion. The women chattered in disgust, their voices filled with jealousy. After all, no one wanted to see others doing well, especially Zhao Yun'er doing well. Auntie, don't be envious of her. Her business is doing so well because she's capable. People will only buy it if it's delicious. Xiao Hong said. The women were very disdainful. What can she be capable of? I think she's just lucky. The heavens were really unfair. Good people are poor, but people like her still give her such a chance to make money. That's right. God is blind. Actually, we have the capital. We can open a breakfast stall next door. Who knows, we might be able to make money too. That's right. Why don't we open one together? Chapter 477. Alright, let's go buy buns then. Yes. Let's go buy buns and try their cooking. Let's see if it's similar to ours. Okay. Xiao Hong walked along with these women, thinking that since these people were so jealous of Zhao Yun'er opening a breakfast stall, they might cause some trouble. She could join in the fun if she followed. To be honest, she was also a little jealous when she saw that Zhao Yun'er's stall's business was so good. When these women saw so many people lining up in front of Zhao Yun'er's stall, they were all waiting to buy buns. If they wanted to buy it, they would have to line up like everyone else. How long are we going to wait in such a long line? Yeah, why don't we not line up? Zhao Yun'er is from the same village as us. We know each other. Yes, we're from the same village. It's her honor to patronize her business. Naturally, we have to buy first. Alright, then let's cut the line. We'll talk to Zhao Yun'er later. Okay, then let's not line up. It's a waste of time. As they spoke, the women squeezed into the line together. The people who were originally in line questioned the people who suddenly cut the line unhappily. What's wrong with you? Why are you cutting the line? Everyone is lining up. Why are you cutting in? Yes, line up consciously. Don't you see so many people lining up? Who are you? What right do you have to cut in line? The women were very unreasonable. What's wrong with us cutting in line? The person selling breakfast is from our village. We know her. Haven't you heard that it's easier to do things with connections? Of course we can cut in line if we know her. Who can you blame if you don't know her? Let us buy first. How could the people who were lining up obediently be willing? They started arguing with the women. That won't do. Who said that we can cut in line, just because we know her? If we come here every day to buy, wouldn't we already know the boss? Let's ask the boss what the rules are for lining up to buy things at this stall. Because of the commotion, Zhao Yun'er was alarmed. Zhao Yun'er also heard the conversation just now. He frowned with some displeasure. Did these women deliberately come here to make trouble? Everyone looked at Zhao Yun'er, waiting for Zhao Yun'er to speak. Yun'er girl, quickly tell them to let us buy it first. Auntie, everyone is lining up. No one has any special privileges. If you want to buy my family's buns, you should also line up. Zhao Yun'er said lightly. She knew that if she really let these women buy it first, the other customers would definitely not be satisfied, who would line up obediently in the future. Not only would this affect the order in front of the stall, but it would also bring trouble to him. Most importantly, he would lose some customers. Therefore, Zhao Yun'er would rather offend these women than offend other guests. Hearing Zhao Yun'er's words, the women were very angry. Zhao Yun'er, what do you mean? Aren't we from the same village? We are from the same village, but what does it have to do with you lining up to buy things? Then can't you do us a favor? To think that we were kind enough to come over and take care of your business. Good intentions don't have good karma. Zhao Yun'er heard and sneered in her heart, so she had to thank them for coming over to cause trouble. Chapter 478. As Zhao Yun'er spoke, she gestured for the women to leave. After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, the women were stunned. They never expected the outcome to be like this. Some of them were unwilling to accept it, and the people at the back of the line began to urge them. Hurry up and leave. You're blocking us from buying. As they spoke, some of them moved their hands and directly pushed the women away. The women stood at the side angrily. How could they accept such a huge loss of face? Sigh. The few aunties were kind enough to buy the buns, but they didn't expect Zhao Yun'er to be like this. If it were me, I would definitely let the aunties buy them first. Xiao Hong instigated. It would have been better if she didn't say it, but the women became even angrier. How can Zhao Yun'er be as sensible as Hong? Isn't it just opening a breakfast stall? How smug is she? Seriously, this kind of person got rich because the heavens didn't have eyes. She even looks down on us villagers. Who does she think she is? In the end, it's because she's not good enough. A slut is a slut. Seeing that she had successfully angered the women, a smug look flashed across Xiao Hong's eyes. These women were very talkative. When they returned to the village, they would probably spread rumors. At that time, there would probably be some unpleasant words about Zhao Yun'er. Today, Zhao Yun'er's mood was not very good because of the two incidents. After packing up the stall, Zhao Ping'er also came back. She was thinking about buying cloth to make clothes. The few of them walked together to a shop that sold cloth. They chose a shop that was more affordable for commoners, and went in. Zhao Yun'er looked around and picked a light pink cloth, which made her look younger. However, her body wasn't very old. She was only 19 years old. Some other dark-colored cloth looked rustic. Zhao Yun'er chose a dark purple one for Zhao Tianan. It looked better, and was resistant to dirt. Zhao Tianan often went to the fields to do farm work. If he wore light-colored clothes, they would get dirty easily. She chose a blue horse for Zhao Tianfu, which was suitable for boys. It was not easy for Zhao Ping'er to buy one, so it took her a long time to choose. Mother, do you think this looks good? Nice. What about this? It looks good too. And this? Pretty. Girl, just pick one, we're all waiting for you. Mother, can't you let me choose? It's my first time buying one, so I have to buy the best one. Liang Jinxiao sighed. He felt helpless when it came to his eldest daughter. Zhao Yun'er snorted softly. If she was ugly, she wouldn't look good in anything. Did she really think that she could turn herself into a great beauty just by doing this? Zhao Ping'er finally chose a bright red one. Liang Jinxiao frowned and asked, Ping'er, I think this color is too bright. I'll definitely be criticized when I wear it back. Really? Of course it's true. Then I'll change it. Change it. Then I want this. Zhao Ping'er picked up a purple-red one. Liang Jinxiao looked at it, and thought it was okay. The color was brighter, but not as flashy as bright red. Ping'er, this is good. Let's buy this. Zhao Ping'er nodded happily. Chapter 479. Since she had said that she would spend the money, she had no choice but to do so. Sometimes, women still had to be willing to invest in themselves. She had to take advantage of her youth to avoid waiting until she was old. Even if she had a lot of money, it would be too late to invest. After buying these things, the few of them went home together. For the next few days, Liang Jinxiao made use of the time at night to rush Zhao Yun'er's clothes. Liang Jinxiao was considered to be clever and skillful. The style of the clothes was very beautiful, and there were some flowers embroidered on it. It was very realistic. When Liang Jinxiao handed the clothes to Zhao Yin'er to wear, Zhao Yin'er couldn't help but sigh. "Mother, your needlework is really good. The flowers are embroidered beautifully." Liang Jinxiao smiled and said, "I learned it from your great-grandmother. I only learned a little bit." "Great-grandmother?" Yes, yes. Liang Jinxiao nodded. "Then great-grandmother is quite amazing." Yes, Liang Jinxiao smiled and told Zhao Yin'er about her great-grandmother. It turned out that her great-grandmother was not simple. She used to be the daughter of a big family. Later on, her family declined, and she married into the countryside. She married Zhao Yin'er's great-grandfather. Therefore, her great-grandmother still knew a lot of skills. For example, embroidery was her specialty. Liang Jinxiao learned this skill from her. "Yin'er, try it on. Try it on and see if it fits," Liang Jinxiao urged while holding the clothes. Zhao Yin'er nodded and tried the clothes on. As Liang Jinxiao had tailor-made the clothes according to her figure, it fit very well. After Zhao Yin'er changed into the new clothes, her entire temperament changed completely. The clothes outlined her slender figure. The pink clothes made her look like a delicate flower. The patterns on the hem of the skirt came alive when she twirled it. Liang Jinxiao looked at his daughter in a daze. After Zhao Yin'er dressed up, she looked even prettier than the young ladies on the streets. "Mother, what do you think?" There was no mirror, so Zhao Yin'er couldn't see the effect. Liang Jinxiao smiled and said, "Nice, very nice. Yin'er, you look like a different person after changing your clothes." "Really?" Zhao Yin'er felt that Liang Jinxiao was exaggerating. "Really, why would mother lie to you?" "Haha, alright then, I believe you. But mother, I can only wear these clothes at home. I can't wear them when I sell breakfast in the morning. The oil stains are hard to wash off." It's fine. Just put on another set of clothes. Come back early when you're done. Just take off your outer clothes." Zhao Yin'er thought about it, and felt that it was fine. In order to wear the new clothes, Zhao Yin'er specially took a bath first, so that her smelly sweat wouldn't dirty the clothes. After taking a bath, Zhao Yin'er took the wooden basin to the river to wash the clothes. Zhao Yin'er casually tied her hair into a bun. 2 bangs fell on her forehead, and a red bow was tied on her head. During this period of time, she had been applying honey to her face. Her skin was much smoother and fairer. Her complexion was very good. Coupled with the pink dress, she looked very girlish. She was a vivid beauty. When she walked in the village, she attracted a lot of attention. After all, there were very few people in the village who were so good-looking and dressed so well. When the men saw her, many of them revealed some greed. Chapter 480. When the women saw Zhao Yin'er, they looked at her with hatred. Women were naturally jealous. They couldn't bear to see other women who were prettier and prettier than them. They also couldn't bear to see their men staring at other women in a daze, as if they had enough. So after Zhao Yin'er walked past, many women gathered together and criticized Zhao Yin'er. "Isn't she just seducing men by dressing so flirtatiously in the village? She doesn't have a man, so she's seducing someone else's man. She's so cheap. Isn't that so? She can't hold back her thirst. It's not like there haven't been rumors about her and other men in the past. Looks like the rumors in the past were true. I wasn't sure in the past, but now it looks like it's most likely true. Sisters, you have to keep an eye on your men at night. Don't let them be seduced by this slut. Got it? If my man dares to go over, I'll break his legs." Zhao Yin'er didn't hear these women's discussion. If she did, she would probably explode in anger. Why didn't they take a look at their men? Would she seduce them? When Xiao Hong saw Zhao Yin'er's outfit, she gritted her teeth in jealousy. Lu Lei liked Zhao Yin'er to begin with. Now that Zhao Yin'er was dressed so nicely, would Lu Lei still like her? In order to seek psychological comfort, she also started to discuss with these women. "Zhao Yin'er is so pretty now. I reckon any man will like her. Luckily, I'm not married yet. I don't have to worry about the men at home like all of you." After Xiao Hong said that, the other women snorted. "She just earned some money. She's dressed so flirtatiously. This kind of woman can only be looked at, and doesn't care about the family." It's useless to marry her. She spends money recklessly. No matter how much property she has, she can still squander it. Xiaohong hurriedly agreed. That's right. Marry a virtuous wife. You should marry someone like all of you, virtuous and thrifty. You shouldn't spend money in improper places. No matter how pretty a face is, it can't be eaten. You marry a wife to live your life, not to serve her. Xiaohong's flattery made the women feel better. Thus, she began to praise Xiaohong as well. Hong when it comes to looks, you're not inferior to Zhao Yin'er at all. You're more sensible, virtuous, and frugal than her. Even if your family has money, you don't squander it. Otherwise, with your Xiao family's conditions, what kind of beautiful clothes can't you buy? That's right, Hong is a sensible girl. Whoever marries her will be blessed. It's a pity that I only have one son. Otherwise, I would have let him marry into my family. It's all right. Hong is such a good girl. A good man will eventually discover her. You'll definitely find a good man in the future. Being praised by these people, Xiaohong lowered her head shyly. Zhao Yun'er came to the riverside, quickly washed the clothes, and then carried a bucket of water back. On the way they met Zhao Si. Zhao Si came back from work outside, and saw that Zhao Yun'er was having difficulty carrying the heavy bucket of water. He went up to help and said, "Cousin Yun'er, let me help you carry it." Zhao Yun'er glanced at Zhao Si and rejected him. "No need, brother Zhao Si. I can carry it myself. I'm on the way, so let me help you carry it." "Cousin Yun'er, are you still angry at me because of the joke I made last time?" Zhao Si was referring to the time when he put her and Lu Lei together. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Sword of Destiny YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support. And don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.